Let us see. Alright, once more it's saying upcoming. Why is that? Let's see if I can fix some stuff. Hello, hello? Hello, hello? Alrighty then, that's my test case. Let's go, baby! It's time for Mass Effect 2. Now, if you'll remember, I said previously, that there's actually new menu layouts, not layouts, a new menu style. And it's this. You can see it's all nice and red and honestly, or orange in this case actually. But, okay. Let me first go to my options. Calibrate. Keep the same brightness, see if I can adjust the sound. Put this back at 80 like it was in Mass Effect 1. That might get adjusted later. Gameplay, insanity, no auto level up, squad power usage. When disabled, squad members only use defensive and ammo powers. Okay, see, I actually like that. By default, they will use things like barrier and whatnot on their own. Load game. I only have Lynn Shepperd. I'm actually just going to go ahead and delete that career right now. For a new game, and I'm going to import a Mass Effect 1 character. And it will not be Lynn Shepperd, of which I have 2 saves for some reason. But it will instead be Fish Shepperd. And as you can see, state-of-the-art weapons use thermal clips to prevent overheating. Clips are universal. So, that is actually a good showcase. What that actually is... I'm gonna go insanity again. Ported. Oh, I didn't... Oh, shit. No. Oh, son of a bitch. Screen's gonna black out for a second for you guys, or it probably already did, rather. I can't go to the start menu. No! No! I actually wanted to look at that. That's what transfers over.
Shepperd did everything right. More than we could have hoped for.
Commander Shepperd uncovered the truth.
And still, it's not enough.
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack.
But they're sending him to fight Geth. Geth. We both know they're not the real threat. The Reapers are still out there.
And it's up to us to stop them.
The Council will never trust Cerberus. They'll never accept our help, even after everything humanity has accomplished. But Shepperd, they'll follow him. He's a hero, a bloody icon. But he's just one man. If we lose Shepperd, humanity might well follow.
Then see to it that we don't lose him.
One month after the devastating Geth attack on the Citadel, the galactic community struggles to rebuild. The Alliance fleet made a tremendous sacrifice to save the Citadel Council and earned humanity membership of their prestigious group. Now the Council is forced to respond to evidence that the Reapers, enormous machines that eradicate all organic life every 50,000 years, has returned. To quell the rumors, the Council has sent Commander Shepperd and the goddammit. I tried so hard to read all that. Go back to read that if you wanted to. Noodle, what did you just knock over? I have my light off instead of on this time, so... He just knocked something off my desk real quiet, like, there it is.
Disengaging FTL drives. Emission sinks active. Board is green. We are running silent.
Even in the Legendary Edition, this game looks much better
We're
than Mass
wasting
Effect
our
1.
time. 4 days searching up and down this sector, and we haven't found any sign of Geth activity.
3 ships went missing here in the past month. Something happened to them.
My money's on slavers. The Terminus system is crawling with them.
Picking up something on the long-range scanner. Unidentified vessel. Looks like a cruiser.
Doesn't match any known signatures.
Cruiser is changing course. Now on intercept trajectory.
Can't be. Stealth systems are engaged. There's no way a Geth ship could possibly...
It's not the Geth. Brace for evasive maneuvers!
Presley!
Kinetic barriers down! Multiple hull breaches! Weapons offline! Somebody get that fire out!
Shepperd!
Distress beacon is ready for launch.
Will the Alliance get here in time?
They damn well better.
I'm not doing this just so they can find our frozen corpses. Get everyone onto the escape shuttle.
Joker's still in the cockpit. He won't abandon ship. I'm not leaving either.
Get to the damn shuttle. I'll haul Joker's crippled ass out of here.
Oh, come on. No, I wasn't being rude to Joker. No.
Get the hell out of here.
Everybody in. Go, go, go!
Oh, they're dead. So much of just the Normandy crew is already dead, and I haven't even gotten gameplay. Keep in mind, the Normandy is the best ship the Alliance has, and it just got ass blasted. I believe it got one shot. Okay. So you can see the menu changing here. Prologue. Save journal. The Normandy has suffered critical damage, but Joker refuses to abandon ship. Noodle, at the time. Get out the way.
Mayday! This is SSV Normandy!
And what's really interesting, this is accurate.
Heavy damage from an unknown enemy.
This is an accurate layout of Mass Effect 1 Normandy, which is why I'm so fast to know how to get there. Unfortunately, it is so severely fucked. Like, that's the nav computer. You know what? Actually, I'm curious. Can I even go? Like, did they... They did! The door's here! That's sick! So, keep in mind, I played Mass Effect 2 as a kid, before Mass Effect 1. So I didn't actually recognize the layout of the ship. I just knew this was different than how Mass Effect 2's ship is laid out. Oh god, that hits so much worse now! I spent almost 40 hours in this damn ship! See a lot of the seats, which are physics objects, which is cool. Everybody's yelling. Like, that's the way out. But they have like an atmospheric Mass Effect field, I guess?
Come on, Joker. We have to get out of here.
No, I won't abandon the Normandy! I can still save her!
Don't throw your life away,
The
Joker.
Normandy's lost. Going down with the ship won't change that.
Yeah, okay. Help me up. They're coming around for another attack!
Yup. just shearing the ship. It's just cutting it like a knife. Now this is the scene that made me think the brittle bone. Oh shit! It was this scene that made me think Shepperd's brittle bone disease was actually the entire body, not just his legs. But I don't know if you noticed, Shepperd's oxygen line is ruptured, so even if this explosion didn't kill him, he's going to die anyway. And notice he's being launched towards the planet. Losing pressure and everything from that. Yeah, I just got spaced. Bear Blair? Am I retarded, or is this a different YouTube account, Blair? You joined just in time to see Commander Shepperd, the character I played as the entirety of the first game, get fucking spaced as the Normandy got ripped to pieces. So, okay, so I'm actually going to watch this. This one, both because I've never watched this, but also because you get to see this. Now, what this is it's an interactive comic that summarizes the events of Mass Effect 1. It was actually DLC originally, like a $5 DLC back on the 360 and PC. And it was a way to actually make the big choices from Mass Effect 1 without having played it. So if you hopped into Mass Effect 2, it didn't just pick a default. Without the DLC, 2 characters later that I can point out will actually give you a psych evaluation and they'll quiz you on your history, and those are the choices. This, however, will be an interactive, really pretty comic. I should just be watching this mostly rather than actually making decisions, since it remembers my old decisions.
Just another routine mission. Why do they always say that before a mission? Of course it's routine. You haven't done anything yet. It's everything that happens along the way. The choices you make, the paths you choose, that turn the routine into anything but. Of course, so cool. That's how it started. A routine mission, answering a distress call. And look where that got me. We were testing out the Normandy, Captain Anderson's new ship, when the distress call came in. An Alliance patrol on Eden Prime had been attacked. They'd seen something they couldn't explain. And whatever it was massive. I hit the ground with my lieutenant, Caden Olenko. A good kid, loyal, by the book, with a talent for biotics. We came across the lone survivor of the patrol, Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams. A soldier to the core. Tough, disciplined, ready to take on whatever came her way.
They just ignored Jenkins
and took us to the spot where she lost her squad. That's when we saw it. The ship. Like nothing I'd ever seen. It was massive, scorching the colony and everything around it as it blasted away.
Poor Jenkins.
We followed the path of destruction to an artifact. A beacon left by a long-dead race called the Protheans. The colony had dug it up, and whoever attacked them had tried to take it. Chief Williams made the mistake of getting too close. It hit her with some type of energy. I grabbed her and threw her out of the way. And that's when it hit me. Hard. Every muscle in my body went rigid. I couldn't move, could barely breathe. Everything went black. And then I saw something. A vision. Dream. A nightmare.
I also have 2 accounts. I have a personal one as well as
halfway to the Citadel on our way to meet the Council. I was expected to explain what I'd seen. Anderson came along. So did Adina, our political representative on the Citadel. With those 2 heavyweights, it seemed reasonable we could persuade the Council that the ship we'd seen was a potential threat. As was the individual behind the attacks. The main suspect for the Eden Prime massacre was a Turian Spectre named Saren. He'd been seen by one of the survivors from the colony at Eden Prime, and there was some evidence to suggest that the ship was connected to Saren. But even Adina's pointed accusations weren't enough to convince the Council. They just
Never
couldn't
mind.
believe one of their chosen elite specters could be guilty of something like that. They needed proof, which meant I needed proof.
Yeah, see, he's teched up even in the
Fortunately,
comic, so it's
I
not even like
wasn't
a
alone in my
rendering
search.
issue.
Garrus, another Turian, wanted to help.
That's a weird
A top
art.
agent for
This
Citadel
art tone
security.
scares fucking
Despite
weird.
orders from his superiors that he shouldn't get involved, he told me he was suspicious of
I
Sarah,
believe insanity.
and he had some useful leads. More importantly, he was willing to share them.
Your Honor, I plead
That
oopsie
led me to
daisy.
Rex, the biggest, nastiest-looking Krogan bounty hunter I'd ever seen. He turned out to be more than just a brute. It was his intel that led to a fugitive with incriminating evidence on Sarah. The fugitive turned out to be an energetic little Quarian named Tally. A tech expert with a knack for hacking, she'd procured some information on Saren. Evidence that proved Saren was dirty.
Best party member.
Tally's evidence proved that Saren was responsible for the massacre on Eden Prime, and that the immense warship we'd spotted was in fact Saren's flagship. But it went much further. Saren was trying to find a way to bring back a race of sentient machines from dark space. Machines allegedly responsible for cleansing the galaxy of all organic life. These Reapers were blamed for wiping out all life 50,000 years ago, including the Protheans, then disappearing back through the mass relays to dark space, leaving no trace they'd ever been. That explained why Saren was after the beacon, and it made some sense out of my visions. But not much else.
Your Honor,
We couldn't convince the
shut
council
the
that
fuck
the Reapers
up.
were a
You
threat,
wasn't even there.
but they agreed Saren had to be stopped. They stripped him of his Spectre status and gave me the honor of becoming the first human Spectre. My first task? Bring down Saren. Anderson decided to stay behind, giving up his ship, the Normandy.
This art style
He told me
ruins
I would need it
Anderson,
more
too.
than he would. He also pointed me in a direction. Liara, a Prothean expert, adept in biotics, and maybe most importantly, daughter of Benezia, Saren's top lieutenant. And like most
This is a
Asari,
lot longer than I thought
as
it was. I'm
beautiful
loving
as she
this.
is intelligent, and born with a unique ability to meld with other species. Liara was able to help me decipher some of the vision the beacon had given me. Nothing concrete, but it gave me
Oh,
some clues.
neat thing.
And a new
Liara's boobs
appreciation
get
for
bigger throughout the
Asari.
entire Mass Effect trilogy.
Her technique for accessing my vision was
And it
unexpected,
starts in this comic.
but not at all unpleasant. Ashley was a little concerned about the connection I shared with Liara. As commander, I knew either relationship had the potential to interfere with the mission. I told Ash I wasn't interested in Liara. I had my eyes on someone else. But we agreed we wouldn't let it get in the way of our mission. Finding Sarah.
I didn't actually know the comic
Thanks to
does
Liara's help,
showcase
we
that
had
me
our
and
next
Liara.
Benezia.
Okay.
Saren had taken her to Novarian, where he'd enslaved a dangerous race of insect-like creatures, Arachni.
That's adorable,
He
Blair.
ordered Benezia to use the same technique Liara had used on me to extract information from the Arachni Queen. The Queen's drones were everywhere, and they weren't happy. We had to fight through hundreds of them to get to Benezia. By the time we arrived, Saren was gone. With the information. I tried to reason with Benezia, but Saren had indoctrinated her. He had somehow acquired the ability to control people's actions and wills. Benezia wouldn't surrender, and Liara was forced to watch her mother die in her arms. And I was left with an angry, dangerous Arachni Queen to deal with. She claimed her drones would do no harm if I released her. But the Arachni had terrorized the galaxy before. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't doom an entire species for past sins. And the Queen was true to her word. She left and took her army of drones with her.
That's wrong.
With
They were
Saren's top
insane. I
lieutenant
killed
dead,
them.
he was quickly running out of time.
We're
and
just
places to
keeping
hide.
Pharaohs!
I tracked him down at his base on Vermar.
The
But we soon
Thorian
learned
is
it
to
was
be
more than a
ignored.
base of operations. It was a breeding ground. Saren was breeding an army of Krogan. He'd found a cure for the genophage, a disease inflicted on the Krogan to prevent them from breeding and taking over the galaxy. But the Krogan Saren was breeding were slaves, mindless beasts that obeyed Saren's will. I had to destroy the base, and all its research. Rex disagreed. Violently. Rex wanted the genophage cure for his people. I tried to convince him to help me
Gross.
destroy it, that these Krogan weren't real. But he wouldn't back down. Fortunately, Rex is smarter than he looks. He realized this wasn't the way to help his people, and that Saren was the real threat.
If I
When we
wasn't
finally
importing,
got to
by the
the
way,
center of the base,
during these, like,
I realized just how close
the kind
Saren
of
was to
trade-off things
completing
it
his
sounded
plan.
like, I
He was
would make the
already in
decision right
communication
here.
with the Reapers. Sovereign, Saren's flagship we'd all assumed was just a ship was a Reaper. It spoke to me, threatened me. I could feel the menace it had for every living thing. It wanted me dead. It wanted us all dead. And I knew it was capable of doing just that. What I couldn't understand was why Saren would help it. But there was no time to think about it. Sovereign knew where we were. We had to destroy the base and get the hell out. I split up my team in 2 squads, sending Ash with one and Caden with the other as a distraction. We had a nuke, and we planned to use it. Before we could detonate the bomb, Saren showed up. We fought. I stalled him to make time for my team. And in talking to him, I realized the truth. It wasn't Saren who was indoctrinating everyone. It was Sovereign. The Reaper. And Saren was in deeper than all of them. He tried to convince me he was still in control. Said he found a way to reduce the Reaper's influence, but he was kidding himself. Or believing the lies Sovereign was telling him. Before I could convince him to stop, he ran, leaving me just seconds to extract my squad mates. I tried, but I wasn't fast enough. I could only save one of them. Caden was a good man, and a great soldier. But I had to choose, and I chose Ash. That was the last time Saren would slip away from me. I knew then, the next time we met, one of us would die. With my team mostly intact, we chased Saren and his army to Ilos, a long-lost planet that had once belonged to the Protheans. As we prepared for what we knew would be a desperate fight, I spoke to my crew. We were just one ship, against Saren's growing army. I assured them all that despite the odds, we could defeat him.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
Ash
FemShep
saw
is
through
much
my
better.
words. She knew I was hurting after Caden's death. She could sense my doubts. We both knew this mission could be our last. Until that moment, we'd put our feelings aside for the sake of that mission. But why wait? We gave in to each other, and it was perfect. While it lasted.
FemShep's got a much better voice.
We arrived on Ilos, close behind
It's
Saren.
just romances are
Once
gender
on the
locked,
planet,
so
we discovered a Prothean databank that helped me put the final pieces of my vision together. The Reapers had come 50,000 years ago, and every 50,000 years before that. Each time purging the galaxy of life. The Protheans had fought and died, like every species before them.
He's much better when he's not like droning on like a lecture, you know?
The Protheans had discovered that the Citadel was the key to controlling the mass relays. By sabotaging the Citadel, they found a way to close the relays to dark space, slowing the Reapers' return, giving us the time we needed to find a solution to stop the Reapers once and for all.
But this is a sick as fuck comic and a really cool way to reintroduce the plot of Mass Effect 1.
And re-establish the relays to dark space, bringing the waiting Reapers here to destroy us all. We followed him to the Citadel. It was intact, but heavily damaged.
Fucking Garrus!
He had caught the Council
Superman,
fleets by surprise
2
and
pistols,
now
baby!
recruited. And with Sovereign as his flagship, there was little hope the fleets could counterattack with enough strength to take back the Citadel. But Saren was done running, and I was done chasing.
Hey!
As the Alliance and Citadel fleets battled Saren's army outside, I cornered the
Is
Turian
that
bastard
Garrus
in the Citadel tower
or
in
is that
front of
Tali? They both only have 3
me.
fingers.
He
Hard
died
to tell.
believing that the Reapers would save him. As I fought to
think
regain
that's
control
Garrus.
of the Citadel,
Superman!
the Council's flagship, the Destiny Ascension, fell under attack. Despite Saren's death, Sovereign and Saren's army continued to fight. The Council was aboard the Destiny Ascension, and they were requesting assistance. But I knew in order to help them, I would have to put our human alliance fleet in jeopardy. The Council had to be saved. They represented the hearts and minds of the galactic community. Without them, the fleets would be in disarray. Even with the Citadel back in my control, Saren defeated, and the Normandy leading the combined galactic fleet, the battle against Sovereign, a single Reaper, was relentless. It took the combined fleets of humanity and the other races, but in the end,
I'll answer that in a second.
Sovereign fell.
I'm gonna work through that.
But the costs were immense. While humanity's efforts in the war earned us our first seat on the Council,
There's...
was a
Why is
hollow
all...
victory.
So many
The
subtitles!
Reapers were
It's
still
blocking
out.
the art!
I knew the fight was
No!
far from over, but as the one who'd led the fight against Saren, I was given new responsibilities. The choice of humanity's first council
Send me
was left
the
for me
picture
to
you're
decide.
referring to.
On the one hand,
My mental
Udina,
imaging doesn't work with
the
that.
lifetime politician. Ruthless and ambitious, he would easily navigate the political landmines that would soon be put in front of him. The other choice, Captain Anderson, the career soldier. Tough but fair, but a friend, and someone I could trust. Both great leaders in their own right.
Oh, okay. So, that's interesting. I actually do choose in the comic. So, what happened in my own game is I was asked by the council who I would vote for representative, and I told them it's not up to me. Because it's not. I'm a military man through and through. Commander Shepperd shouldn't really even have a sway in this. So I didn't choose it. So I was letting a vote happen. However, I did know that, like metagaming, if I said no and didn't do the comic, Udina is who gets it. So, I'm actually going to work through this now. Like he said, Anderson, good man, good military man, tough, fair, and someone you can trust. But, more importantly, he's not a politician. This isn't a military leadership role like what he's used to. This is true galactic politics. While Udina is a career politician, and he's a pretty damn good one. That's the kicker. Yeah, he's a bit of an asshole. He's pretty human first, all things considered. But isn't that what the human counselor should be? While Udina is obviously a fucking asshole, he actually knows what he's doing, and he's the better person for the council member. So I'm going to say Udina.
I didn't much like Udina, but sometimes you need a pit bull on your side. Someone willing to be the bad guy, for the sake of the greater good.
Thanks,
the war
Blair.
was over.
I'm gonna have fun look-seeing that.
In
Trying
time,
to see the exact picture.
the council would rebuild itself.
Or apparently,
The Citadel could be repaired.
Wolverine
Even the pain
helmet
of
with
lost
two
friends
Batman
would
kissing.
fade. But none of that mattered if the Reapers were still out there. And if they were all as powerful as Sovereign, we had to find a way to stop them. I had to find a way. I gathered my crew, took my ship, and went in search of answers. Officially, the Council would only say I was assigned to cleanup duty, rooting out any remnants of Saren's army. Just another routine mission.
And to clarify, since you weren't here, Blair, it was a month between the end of Mass Effect 1 and the start of Mass Effect 2, where the Normandy, the ship I was a part of, got attacked by a strange ship in a sector where multiple ships had gone missing in the last month.
Commander
And
Shepperd
one
has
shot
been recovered.
ripped the ship in pieces. The second killed
The
everyone.
Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
2 Batman. Oh my god! First of all, I didn't even notice the Batman drawings that was added in post. Oh god! Isn't this like the 80s X-Men cartoon? That's perfect! Oh my god! I'd throw that on stream if I could, but god damn, that is just straight up 2 Batmen, because honestly, with how the mouth is open, it looks like 2 Batmen yelling at each other nose to nose instead of kissing. But fuck! That's so accurate. Did I just skip that? Or is that the cutscene end? Did I I think I might have pressed the right trigger. Oh, no. Just the music abruptly ended. Okay. So, I should actually be able to customize my... I can! So, if I wanted to, I could genuinely customize my face. Which... I don't want to. I wish... Because, okay, let me rephrase. I made you giggle the first time, it's awesome. But I actually have something I do want to do. I'm gonna Google and see if I can find a code. Because if I go custom appearance, isn't there like a code thing I should be able to, like, there's the code, but can I not use it? Aha! Yes. Okay. I want the default face for MailShep code. Yeah, because it's not a preset. So I need to see if there's a code that's at least really close. Like, I know they don't have face codes, but did someone ever make one close? Oh, they actually have unique head morphs. Oh. So you can't even make them in the character creator. That's... Okay. Can I find... I'm gonna look up the face codes just to see if I can find some, like, really close to default. One second, my brother is calling me. Alright, I'm back. This is a Spawn's steak? What does that even mean, Blair? Okay, so, no, I couldn't find a good face, and I actually had to go for a minute. My brother called me. So I guess I'm just going to use the imported. Now, I can change my class. And the class has got a massive overhaul. I was a Vanguard last time. Roommate is yelling at my cat. I'm closing my door. Sorry, I'm back. So, what I'm saying, so Vanguards are outfitted with L5N implants. Sponsored stream instead of streak. I read that as steak anyway. So, classes are massively different. Mass Effect 1, the Vanguard was basically half soldier, half adept. They had shotguns, could get medium armor, and they had normal adept stuff minus the focus on like cooldowns, and they didn't get singularity. So powers have massively changed. Instead of each power having their own cooldown, when you use any power at all, except for ammo powers, you can see the ammo trading, except for ammo powers, you go on cooldown and you can't use another power. Different powers have a different cooldown timer. So like Incinerate, that the engineer can get. It's actually a really fast skill. You pop it, and then go. What's a good kind of gun? Like in this game or in reality? But Vanguards, they only get shotguns, heavy pistols, which is normal S pistols in this, typically slower firing than the pistols in Mass Effect 1, or more like the slow firing ones, and a submachine gun. However, they only get 3 biotic powers. They get pull in-game. Honestly, all of them are good. All of them are good. I'm not a huge fan of the assault rifle, truth be told, that the soldier gets. Like, they're all pretty good, it's just the assault rifle isn't super great. For me, it just feels like a better submachine gun. But there are plenty of submachine guns that just take the place. The best IRL gun is shotgun. Well, hey, no, that's not quite true. It's the best at what it does, yes. And it is pretty versatile. It's the best gun IRL. Depends on what you're wanting the gun to do. Same in this, actually. It's just what the shotgun can do, the heavy pistol and the SMG covers, and everyone gets heavy pistol and SMG. Vanguard gets shotguns, Infiltrator gets sniper rifles, and soldiers get assault rifles, shotguns, sniper rifles, heavy pistol. What they actually don't get is the SMG. They don't get the SMG because the assault rifle just takes its place. So soldiers, they only get Adrenaline Rush, but also Concussive Shot, which is basically like Carnage from the shotgun skill from Mass Effect 1. Pretty good, but they get all the guns. I'm not a huge fan of them, because the gunplay is better in this game, but it's like, yeah. Infiltrator. So, they don't have as many tech skills they used to. They have Incinerate, which is new, shoots a fireball, AI hacking, take control of AI, but they have this tactical cloak. They can go invisible. They're the only characters that can do that, the only class that can do it. They can go just fully invisible. It's fucking awesome. They also can have cryo ammo and disruptor ammo. ME3 is the best gunplay. I assume that's supposed to be IMO instead of IMT, but yeah, that's fair. In the series. I mean, yeah, it makes total sense to have better gunplay than 2. It's just an upgrade of 2's. And 1's gunplay is massively different. Vanguard, they get their shotguns. They can pull, which is basically lift, but towards you. It's exactly what it sounds like. Shockwave, a series of explosions that just go in a line towards the target. It will go through cover, which is pretty shit sick. It's good to pop it to be doing damage while you're like in cover waiting for your shields to come back. But they also have Biotic Charge, which will basically rush you forward towards the enemy. First of all, have you played Mass Effect Andromeda? Doesn't seem that bad to me. Did it have a shitty launch? Yes. Is it on par with the rest of the trilogy? Fuck no. However, Mass Effect Andromeda seems to be a pretty okay game. It's just since it's right alongside Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, it's going to be so much worse in comparison always. It looks fine. Looks like an okay game. You've seen gameplay? Did you see gameplay near launch, though? That's the question. However, okay, Biotic Charge, you bum rush to people, but the neat part, it goes through level geometry and cover. If they're behind a wall, like cover wall, but I can still see them enough to charge at them, I will run through that wall to beat the shit out of them. And as I upgrade, it'll also give me a barrier and recharge my shields and stuff like that. It's pretty good. However, I can't charge to like sniper nests, places where I can't just get to on foot. Their ultimate high risk, high reward, close range gameplay. You have everything? Okay. It's pretty sick. High risk, high reward, close as fuck. They're basically the assassins. Like the close range kind of assassins of this game. While the Infiltrator's the long range sniper boys. It's pretty good. However, I'm probably not going to go Infiltrator. Just because there's a whole lot of close range encounters in this game. Like a lot of them. So the sniper is kind of meh to me in this game. It's fun, but... And there's a point later in the game where I actually get to pick up a weapon I'm not proficient in, and you start using it, and I'll probably just take the sniper, just for that long-range versatility. Sentinel, which I didn't play as. Sentinels, they're the biotic guys. They have the most advanced Appalachian armor systems to keep themselves safe. Oh wait, no, Sentinels. This is what I played last time, which I really like, and I'm thinking about playing this instead of Vanguard. Can't really decide. They're the tech and biotic guys. They get throw, warp, overload. You can't do stealth, so not really. I mean, if they don't see me, then they don't fight. But like, I'm using guns. Like, the closest thing to stealth is the infiltrator, since they can go invisible and go around. So they can like sneak around the battlefield, but it's still going to be an active battle, you know? Sentinels, they get overload, so they can fuck up shields pretty well. Cryoblast, which slows down enemies. I believe it also fucks up their accuracy, and if it kills them, it can possibly freeze them solid, which a biotic charge will one-shot frozen enemies. Warp, which is less of a debuff in this game and more of just raw damage, just a damage over time thing. Throw, which does what it always done, just yeets them back. However, they get tech armor. And the way tech armor works is you pop that bitch, and it just protects you, just straight up protects you. And there are buffs to that. So you get some tanks. I believe tech armor actually will increase your cooldowns and stuff. They're incredibly versatile. It seems pretty cool. Adept, honestly, are kind of boring now to me. They are the biotic specialists, just like last time. They get warp, throw, pull. Keep in mind, lift is kind of gone. Lift doesn't exist anymore. At least in Mass Effect 2. It's a pull now. Basically, instead of lifting up into the air, it's reverse throw. Yeets them to you. They get warp, throw, pull, shockwave like the Vanguard. However, they are the only ones that get singularity, which is huge. But that's all that's special about them. Singularity is cool, but like, yeah. Hello, third viewer. And then there's the engineer. Engineers have also been massively upgraded. They have their overload, AI hacking, cryoblast, incinerate. Incinerate is basically just damage, just fire damage. It's pretty good. However, they get their combat drone. They can spawn drones to harass enemies or force them out of entrenched cover positions. Obviously tech specialists, but they get drones, which is sick as fuck. Soldiers, the only thing unique they really get, they get, although I think Adrenaline Rush has been changed now to where it actually gives a slowdown effect rather than, rather than getting your cooldowns back. But I'm not going to go Soldier, that's out of the question. I just don't want to do it. I don't really want to play Adept. They're cool, but I don't really feel the need. And there are 12 party members in this game. So no matter who I pick, I'm gonna find party members I like that fill the role. And I can't decide what class. I genuinely can't. Vanguard, that's what I played in Mass Effect 1. And I was having a blast. I like the biotic charge, but I'm playing this on Insanity, and Vanguard is probably the hardest class to play because if I charge in when I'm not in a good position or I charge in just at the wrong time, I will fucking die. I can use my charge to get out of a bad situation, go just to the other side of the battlefield where there's someone there. But if there's enemies I didn't notice, I'll just get blasted and die. You know? Infiltrator, I could go with. I could. I've never played Infiltrator in this game, actually. To be fair, I've only played one time in this game and I never finished it. I don't even remember what I was. I think I might have been a Sentinel. Or probably an Adept, now that I think about it. I don't know. I don't remember. Their invisibility's pretty huge. My brother loves them. But haven't really decided. He really likes them, but he mostly likes them with a sniper. Sentinel, I'm kind of thinking about going Sentinel, which mostly for the versatility, and while the gunplay is not huge, I actually really like how the pistols feel in this game. A lot. So I'd have throw, warp, overload, and cryoblast. Basically, I wouldn't be forced to take both a tech specialist and a biotic on my party, because I am enough of both that if I think I'm going to fight mostly, like, whatever, like I've got, like, I have overload, which will help deal with shields. Warp will help me deal with armor, I believe. Throw, which is good for when they don't have any sort of armor. I can yeet them the fuck back. Cryo Blast will either slow them or lower their accuracy, I can't remember. And depending on who my other party members are, I can set up for an insta-kill. And Tech Armor, which gives me the tankiness, and I believe as I upgrade, I can start having it also affect my cooldown, so I can start throwing like overloads and shit really fast. Adept. I actually don't like Adept in this game. The reason is, if an enemy has shield or armor now, which is a new kind of thing, which in Insanity, everyone is going to have either shield or armor, probably both. You can't crowd control them, like you can't throw them singularity or pull them. So while Adept is good, they are good. You can't do like what I did in the final battle against Saren, of just keep picking his ass up and just ass blasting him. A Krogan charging at me at full health, I can't just pick him up and stop him. Like, you know what I mean? Engineer are also really good because of their combat drones are really interesting. They get Incinerate, which is huge. Incinerate is super good because it goes through armor. You get Overload for shield, AI hacking, so you can start taking over AI, which I will say, I'm not going to be fighting mostly Geth anymore. They're not the main threat anymore. There's more enemies. So it's a little more niche. Cryoblast for that coolness. However, they don't get a single ammo power, so my base gun will just do guns damage. They don't get like variations. Like the Sentinel doesn't get anything either. Vanguard, you can see Incendiary and Cryo. I can make my gun to do a bit of fire damage or ice damage. Infiltrator, they get Cryo and Disruptor. Disruptor is good against, I believe, biotic shields? Which is huge. Like biotics. Like a biotic barrier, rather. Which is now just a type of shield. Soldiers, they get Incendiary, Cryo, and Disruptor. So, these three are not very gunplay focused. Although their gunplay is still important because it's how this game works. I can't decide. So what do you think, Blair? You know what? I'm fully giving this up to you because I am down to play really any of them except for Soldier. I mean, I could play Soldier, because I can't... Honestly, I can only think of one straight Soldier NPC, like, party member. I can only think of one that's just a Soldier, and I don't like him anyway. So I'm probably not going to take him. Except for on his loyalty mission, of course. So, genuinely, what would you rather watch? The versatile motherfucker? The crowd control, which keep in mind they do have warp, so like they're not useless damage-wise. They get shockwave, which does do damage regardless. The engineer, which keep in mind that combat drone, I can either spawn on myself to just take a little bit of aggro and do damage, or I can spawn them on opponents, so they will run typically out of cover, so me or my party members can just beat the shit out of them. And I'm not locked into this for Mass Effect 2. Or Mass Effect 3 rather. Like, you can change your class for every game. However, if I like the class, I'm probably going to stick with it in Mass Effect 3 just because this is the one that makes the most sense. Like, for example, if I switch into Engineer, they rebuilt me. I'm dead. I'm coming back and I lost my biotics. That could be super dope. Like, there's a reason for it. If I go Adept, if I swap into Adept or even Sentinel, the thing is, with Sentinel, they made my brain better. Like, they made me better, so I'm a bit smarter and I can use this stuff. Sentinel or Infiltrator. Okay, so you're thinking either like the tech armor or the semi-stealthy sniper? Keep in mind, there are some enemies that actually can still see you when you're cloaked. Very few of them, though. Like, they're very notable enemy types. Infiltrators, they're deadly at any range, because they do still get their pistols and submachine guns. I'm kind of thinking not Infiltrator. Specifically because Garrus, which is one of the greatest party members in the series, one of the best characters in the series, is an Infiltrator. Like, dead-ass, straight-up Infiltrator. He doesn't get cloaking, though. What about the Vanguard? Okay, so Vanguard is good. That's what I was playing last time. Vanguard is sick as fuck. Just, like I said, Vanguard is harder, so I'll probably die more. Because I'm playing this on the hardest difficulty, which I've never played Mass Effect 2 in Insanity. Because back in the 360 era, you had to beat the game, and then your second playthrough, either with the same character or another one, could play on Insanity. They're terrifying monsters on the battlefield. If I play Vanguard right, I am the strongest motherfucker. But if I play it wrong, I die. Plus, there's also there's a character, like one of the party members named Jack, that is a Vanguard, and she's flavored as like the strongest biotic. However, Shepperd is stronger than her if you're both Vanguards. Which kind of undermines Jack's character a little bit. Not to the point of like that's an actual problem, but it's like a contributing factor, I guess. Vanguard is hard. I'll play Vanguard. That seems like a lot of fun. But it also seems like a lot of trouble. Sentinel, which I'm gravitating myself right now kind of towards either Sentinel or Engineer. Sentinel is fun, and in my first Mass Effect 1 playthrough, I was a Sentinel. I love the versatility, and more importantly, they're the support. Adept. So Adept is the biotic specialist. They're supposed to be like the crowd control and like damage biotics. But on Insanity, they don't really work. So they get warp to do damage over time, and I believe it shears armor, so it like fucks up armor real good. Throw, which will just yeet enemies away, potentially off of cliffs, which is huge. Like it can just throw enemies off of cliffs out of the fight arena. Pull, which is just throw, but instead of throwing them backwards, they come to you. Also potentially through pits if there's a pit between you. And Shockwave, which does a bunch of explosions in a line to them. And Singularity, which is okay. So you're thinking definitely Sentinel. Do you not? I'm shocked. You don't like the idea of Engineer? I'm curious, like, why not? Why was Engineer never even brought up with you? I'm curious. Just genuinely. Or you just really like the tech armor idea? Tali is an Engineer, and I love Tali. However, she's really late game. And you get Morden, who is also kind of an Engineer. However, by the way, your party members get like 2 powers. They get 2 powers, a third after their loyalty mission. Tech armor, I'm down for that. I'll take them. I like Sentinel, they're fun. And I don't know why there is this. So I'm supposed to only get this after, I believe, finishing someone's loyalty mission. They unlock their power, and it also gives you as a bonus power. You can actually change your bonus power. If you spend a lot of credits, you can actually gain the bonus power of someone whose loyalty mission you finish. Let's say I really want Slam, which I believe just pick someone up and just slams them back down. I believe that's Miranda's loyalty power. I make Miranda loyal, and then I just yoink her power for myself. Or I really want Reeve, which siphons health from an opponent into myself. That's another biotic power. There's an Asari that's her loyalty power. This is Kasumi's loyalty power, one of the used to be DLC characters. I haven't done her loyalty mission, ever. On my first playthrough of this game on Legendary Edition, just in my own time, which I never finished, I also had the option for Flashbang Grenade, and I don't know why. But since there's a bonus power, I can't say no. So I guess I have Flashbang Grenade. I don't understand why. Alright. Now, I can't change Mass Effect 2 away from Sentinel anymore. I am locked to that. But, honestly, I like tech armor as well. And I like the idea of Cerberus made me smarter.
Outside stimuli, showing an awareness of his surroundings. My God, Miranda.
But didn't
I think he's waking up.
upgrade my biotics. So I'm still using the same implants from Mass Effect 1.
Damn it, Wilson. He's not ready yet. Give him the sedative. Shepperd, don't try to move. Just lie still. Try to stay calm.
Heart rate's still climbing. Brain activity is off the charts. starts pushing into the red zone. It's not working.
Another dose.
Dead ass.
Great
Oh,
job.
so there's actually a, I'm gonna call it a negative, and just because it's kind of original artist intent for me, mostly, and also because, yes. In Mass Effect 2, originally, back on the 360, PC, and PS3, there was a lot of, like, just angles during dialogue and stuff that focused or really showcased female characters' chests and ass, right? Including the very infamous Miranda butt shot, where she's talking about being a perfectly engineered woman, and it just straight up looks at her ass. They changed that.
There's a pistol in the locker on the other side of the room. Hurry! Grab the pistol and armor from the
Oh shit! It did give me.
time to wait around, Shepperd. Grab your weapon and armor.
This pistol doesn't have a thermal clip.
It's a med bay. We'll get you a clip from. Damn it! Keep your head down, Shepperd. Shield yourself from the blast. Someone's hacking security trying to kill you. Look for a thermal clip for your pistol.
Okay, so as you know, we now have actual ammo. I'm gonna go to my squad because I got to level 5, so I have 8 points spent. So tech armor, by the way, it boosts my shields, and whenever it breaks, it explodes, dealing damage and knocking back near my enemies. Murder, death, kill. And I can just make it stronger, which is, like, right now it adds an extra 25% of my normal shields. I can make it 50%. And it typically it'll last until it breaks, so I can pop it now and there's no negatives. Just get better. Now, at rank 4 of any skill, what it does is you get to change how it works slightly. There's assault armor, where it's designed to where its explode is much better, and it gives me a shield boost. Demolition is a man game? I mean, there is. I believe, I don't know what you're talking about. Or power armor, to where it's just better protective. So if I run assault armor, the way it works is I want it to blow the fuck up and deal a fuck ton of damage. Or power armor, where it's just more defensive, lets me be a bit more of a tank. I get throw, which, if using a Mass Effect, I hurl targets away and damages them. And at level 4, I can either do heavy throw, where it fires a single enemy with unparalleled momentum. One guy gets absolutely fucking yeeted. Or throw field, where it's an AoE. Like how they made the RoboCop game on the newer consoles. What is Demolition Man? I don't actually know what that is then. There's warp, which I get warp. Yeah, if I hit throw rank 2, I pick up warp. Overload, I need tech armor rank 2. Crab blast needs overload rank 2. It snap freezes targets. Fires a mass of super cooled subatomic particles capable of snap freezing impact to targets. Fast as fuck recharge time, 4.5. And it can freeze. Defender, which is fine-tunes your brain, making your powers more potent. So it improves my Paragon and Renegade score, which I'm probably going to do. Boosts my recharge rate and my health. I think I'm just going to get that to 3 immediately, just because I can't not. Says I need to educate you on the best film. Okay. I'm going to take tech armor too, which I need to put 1 point in order to get overload. Because right now I have... I guess I'm just going to map this to where I can have left bumper to use flashbang, triangle to pop tech armor. Okay. So.
Shepperd, security mechs are closing in on your.
I know the name Wesley Snipes, but I actually don't know who that is by, like, heart.
Critical system damage.
Nice work, Shepperd. Coast is clear.
Could be a prequel game to it. Okay. I'm not a huge movie guy, so I actually don't know. That doesn't help me much. I'll look into it afterwards. Yeah, let me just make sure. I am on Insanity. I'd assume so, just because that... Okay, cool. That kind of fucked me up health-wise. And since I was max level, I gain 10%. Like, I gain a fuck ton of... Oh, yeah, that's a... Yeah! Yeah, I know who that is. Thank you. Get a fuck ton of credits, and I have a lot of resources off rip. Yeah, and I forgot my melee button's pretty fast. Oh. Oh.
More reinforcements hit. Here come the mechs. Use the... Take the elevator down 1 floor.
And this is gonna tell me to storm. Hello and welcome, third viewer. You know, yes, I know who Sylvester Stallone is. Oh shit! I wasn't expecting with just a suicide bomb my ass. Open your wall save, which gave me credits.
Progress is slow, but subject shows signs of recovery. Major organs are again functional, and there are signs of rudimentary neurological activity. In an effort to accelerate the process, we've moved from simple organic reconstruction of the subject to biosynthetic fusion. Initial results show promise.
Did someone say war crimes? Yeah, no, I just got war crimed by mechs. They played dead and suicide bombed.
Log update. The cost of this project is astronomical. Over 4 billion credits so far. But nobody seems to care that we've gone over budget. I don't know where the boss gets all his money. Maybe it's better not to know. I just wish he'd kick a little more in my direction once in a while.
Yeah, the tech armor looks sick. I actually really like how this looks, don't you? And I can easily explain, like, how I have the tech armor. They did a Canada. They did do a Canada. No, they did it worse than a Canada. Well, no, Canada did that too. Oh. Oh, God! Yo, he's fucking dead.
I can't figure Miranda out. As project director, she should be ecstatic at all the progress we've made. But she's still the same old ice queen. Maybe she's
gonna refresh that.
might become the new favorite. Or maybe she is just a pure cold-hearted bitch.
Okay. Well, you can see the rings closing in. That
coming.
That's the showcase.
Shepperd, what the hell?
Yeet! Oh, I was trying to eat it off the edge.
What are you doing here? Thought you were still a work in progress.
Look, pal, I don't know where I am or how I got here. Plus, my head feels like an overripe melon.
Karma's a bitch. Blows up a huge tower.
Damn. Yeah, I forgot this is all new to you. Sorry about that. I'm Jacob Taylor. I've been stationed here for...
Hostiles detected.
Damn it! Things must be worse than I thought if Miranda's got you running around.
One landed. I agree.
But we better get you to the shuttle first.
Ever since I woke up, someone's been telling me where to go and what to do. I need answers.
Fair enough. I'll give you the quick version. You and your ship were attacked and destroyed. You were killed. Dead as dead can be when they brought you here. Our scientists spent the last 2 years putting you back together. You've been comatose, or worse, that whole time. Welcome back to your life.
This doesn't look like an Alliance facility.
It isn't. I can't say much more than that for now. The Alliance officially declared you killed in action.
Also love you
The whole galaxy thinks you're dead. And if we don't get to those shuttles, they'll be right.
Or my favorite is Puma, my friend. He's dead tired.
Maybe it's time we got moving.
First step, let's finish off these metal bastards. We're low on thermal clips, but I'm a biotic. Just give the order when you want me to hit them with the good stuff.
Yeah, see, that's pull, which she just did the animation for lift. So see, now, since I leveled up, that also means everyone else does. So he has pull, and that's a little spoiler. Fuck. Yeah, he's Cerberus. Which, he gets a barrier and pull. Pull's good. I like pull. It just it is just lift, really, is all it is. But they float up it towards you, and they get incendiary ammo. Burns and wounds organic targets, blocks health regeneration, damages armor, and if they're unshielded, they tend to panic. However, synthetics are more immune to that. And barrier is their loyalty. But say hello to my little friend. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Say hello to my little friend. That's from, fuck, what's the actual movie it's from? Truthfully, I'm a little too young to have been around for that movie. I remember it mostly from Home Alone, genuinely. It lasts longer. Cool. Which does mean I actually have to level him up 2 more times to get points in anything, but I'm okay with that. Scarface, thank you. I thought that was his character name, truthfully. Okay. He's already using incendiary ammo, and I'm actually going to, map. Damn it.
Falling back. Get over here.
You know what movies unfortunately named? There's quite a few of them. Can you tell me what the fuck's going on, bro?
I need some answers.
Sure. What do you want to know?
Triple X. Why is Triple X? Why would Triple X be a bad name? The first question is, where's my fucking crew?
The last thing I remember is the Normandy blowing up. Did anyone else make it?
Just about everybody survived. A few servicemen from the lower decks didn't get out. Navigator Presley was killed by an explosion. But everyone else, including the non-Alliance crew, the Asari, Liara, and the Quarian, they all made it out alive.
Triple X. No, I don't get it. I'm assuming you're trying to make the triple X, triple sex pun. But like, you can make that with anything with X in it.
Do you know what any of them are doing now?
I don't know, Commander. It's been 2 years. They've moved on. Left the Alliance. Could be anywhere.
Yeah, I know. I know what the title is. My parents had that movie on disc since I was a kid. I know since I was a kid. I remember them having it as a kid.
They were my team. If they knew I was alive, they'd come back.
Maybe you can drop it down after we get off the station.
XXX, I'm aware.
If
what
we get off
what
the
about
station.
it? Like that, I don't understand what your point is here.
Do you know anything about this attack? Who's behind it? What they're after?
Damned if I know. I was getting ready for some shut-eye, then bam! Bunch of explosions. Next thing I know, every damn mech in the place starts shooting at us. I'm guessing it had to be an inside job. You'd need top security access to hack all the mechs.
I love how the armor looks. And it actually has a more carbon fiber. What is adult film sometimes named? Are you referring to like rated X? Because you do know that XXX just means adult. Typically it's used for alcohol. And yes, there's XXX as in porno films. There's also XXX as in alcohol. As in drugs. Like, XXX is just miscellaneous adult thing. That's all that really means.
You said they spent 2 years rebuilding me? How bad were my injuries?
I'm no doctor, but it was bad. When I first saw you, you were nothing but meat and tubes. Anywhere else, they'd have put you in a coffin. But Project Lazarus was different. Cutting-edge technology.
What can you tell me about the project? Were there other test subjects?
Project Lazarus only had one subject. The whole point was to bring you back. Just you. Even that was a challenge.
Then I was very
2
unlucky.
years. All the top scientists. The best technology money could buy.
What do you mean unlucky?
What do you mean? Cloning? Cybernetics?
I don't know the details. You'd have to ask the scientists. But I'm pretty sure you're not a clone. They wanted to bring you back exactly as you were. You're still you. You just might have a few extra bits and pieces now.
Okay, now, first of all, who the fuck are you, Jacob?
What's your job here?
Depends on who you ask. Technically, I'm Miranda's top lieutenant. But I'm just a soldier. I served 5 years in the
Okay,
Alliance
Blair.
before this. Now I'm in charge of the station's security. Usually a lot more dull than this. Normally I don't fire my gun unless it's target practice.
Now, Miranda's been brought up, and she was the one who was guiding me. Who the
When I
fuck
first
is
woke
Miranda?
up, someone named Miranda was talking to me over the radio. We lost contact just before I ran into you.
Miranda Lawson is the station's ranking officer. She led the Lazarus team. It was her job to bring you back to life, no matter what. Should have guessed she'd try to save you. She's not about to give up on you now. You said you lost contact. Could you tell what was happening?
Okay, so when they're meaning extra bits and pieces, actually, it's the fact that Shepperd isn't like he was. Like, he's slightly cybernetic enhanced. It's also an excuse, if you weren't a biotic, they managed to make you a biotic now. Like, there's a lore reason why you can change your class entirely. They've given you new skills and abilities. Like, you can go from raw soldier to tech specialist, just straight up. And that's a lore reason. They rebuilt you. Some of your organs are probably actually clones. You've probably gotten, like, enhanced immune system, for example, stuff like that.
There was some gunfire and an explosion right before I lost her.
She knows how to take care of herself.
And yes, you were probably thinking of, like, yep, I'm Femshep, but I got your bits and
What's the
pieces.
quickest
Yeah,
way to
now I
those
got a
shells?
penis.
Depends where the mechs are thickest. It's probably best if we...
I'm surprised there's not more porn of that. That's like the perfect excuse.
Anybody still alive out there? Hello?
Wilson, this is Jacob. I'm here with Commander Shepperd. Just took out a wave of mechs over in D-Wing.
Shepherd's alive? How the hell? Never mind. You need to get him out of there. Get to the service tunnels and head for the network control room.
Now here's
Roger
the thing.
that, Wilson. Stay on this frequency.
Let's go.
Let's get out of
There's
here.
not time for
You
me to
bet.
ask about Wilson.
We can get into the service tunnels through this door.
Now here's one thing that I do genuinely think is really interesting, and I don't remember if they explain. So he's Jensen from that one. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who Jensen is or what game you're referring to. However, I'm basically the $1 Million Man from that old TV
They've
show.
seen us.
Damn it, Wilson. This room is crawling.
The whole station is crawling with mechs. I'm doing the best I can.
Impact imminent.
Yeah, notice shit. Impact's imminent.
Impact
Get
imminent.
flashbang, nerd. Which actually does damage. I'm gonna have to check that. What does flashbang just do? So, it does damage. Okay, so it's throwing in concussive charges thrown that inflicts minor damage and incapacitates all nearby targets. Both delicate electronics and enemy nervous systems are temporarily disabled, causing weapon overheats, omni-tool jams, and difficulties in it's damping. It's literally damping. I'm so down for that.
I've got him!
Bonk.
Wilson, find us another route.
They found me. Help!
Wilson, where are you?
I need to see if I can raise my sensitivity though. There you go. Is this better?
Server room B!
Much better.
They're out of control!
Up those stairs, Shepperd.
God, I'm hit! They shot me!
Now I don't have a visible stamina bar. I think I can storm theoretically forever.
Down here! Bastards got me in the leg!
You were there the first time I regained consciousness.
Yeah, that was me.
We talk about this after we fix my leg.
Deus Ex.
Should be some medic gel in the first aid station on the wall.
Yeah, no.
Hopefully there's enough to get him
a
up and
less
moving
extreme
again.
version
Grab
of
the medic gel
Jensen
from
from
the
Deus
first
Ex
aid
Machina.
station on
Yes.
the wall.
Oh yeah, I use Unity, which is my Metagel. I don't have first aid anymore. Unity and first aid have been wrapped into one, which means my using Metagel to heal button also revives dead party members.
Thanks, Shepperd. Never thought you'd save my life. Guess that makes us even now.
Oh, you sent me a video.
Maybe I could shut down the security mix.
Is there audio to it?
Whoever did this fried the whole system. Completely irreversible.
We didn't ask what you were doing. Why do you even have security mech?
Oh, you sent me a link.
You were in the bio wing.
Weren't you listening? I came here to try and fix this. Besides, I was shot. How do you explain that?
Oh, I see where you're linked me. Did you just link me to a Pornhub video? What is this? The fuck? Did you just send me a video of the hub? Well, I mean, I guess we did bring it up. God damn you. But, okay, whatever.
I don't care who set up who. Those mechs are shooting at all of us. We'll sort it out later.
We need to find Miranda first.
I'm not going to click on it, but I read the link.
She was over in D-Wing. The mechs were all over that sector. There's no way she survived.
A bunch of mechs won't drop Miranda. She's alive.
Then where is she? Why haven't we heard from her? There are only two possible explanations. She's either dead, or she's a traitor.
Maybe, maybe not. It doesn't matter right now. That's not the time. Also, I like the facial scars. So the way they work, actually, the more Renegade points you have, although I don't know if it's Renegade versus Paragon, or if it's just Renegade Raw, your facial scars either exaggerate or go away. They heal based on, I believe it's meant to be like your mental state, like in lore, but it's to your Renegade. I can pay credits to get rid of it, which I might do just because they get really intense with high Renegade, and I'm probably going to have really high Renegade.
Haven't known her long enough to trust her.
This project was Miranda's baby. She'd never sabotage it.
Okay, maybe she's not a traitor, but that doesn't change the facts. We're here, she's not. We need to save ourselves. The shuttle bay is only a few. We can overload the canisters to clear them.
I don't have overload. Oh, he has overload.
That's it. Let's get out of here.
Gonna pop that, which does, I think, instantly
Okay, we
recharge
took
my
him down,
shields.
but this is getting tense. Shepperd, if I tell you who we work for, will you trust me?
Okay.
This really isn't the time, Jacob.
I'm gonna wait till my
Won't make it
discussion
if
to
he's
explain
expecting
that.
a shot in the back.
If you want to piss off the boss, it's your ass, Jacob.
The Lazarus Project, the program that rebuilt you. It's funded and controlled by Cerberus.
Okay. I will go to the conversation later. So, Renegade is... It's not evil, necessarily, or it wasn't in the first game. It kind of leans towards that by, like, as the series continues. But, there's technically it's called the morality system. It's Paragon and Renegade. The way I go about it is good boy and bad boy. Paragon is, well, you're like a paragon of virtue. You're like a no man left behind. You're as helpful and as caring and as kind as possible. That doesn't make you an idiot. That doesn't make you stupid, and it doesn't make you less effective. In fact, it's kind of more effective in some ways. You're a little bit more of a people pleaser, that kind of thing. You get the job done, and you try to be nice about it. Renegade is almost the opposite. You're getting the job done. You're kind of an asshole. You're more ruthless. Like, I'm getting the job done, no matter the cost. You care a little less about people's feelings. It's the difference between, while Paragon would okay, you know what? I'm gonna do this. It's almost like the Dungeons and Dragons good and evil route. A Paragon would help an old lady across the street. A Renegade is more like neutral in the sense of he would do that because he's on the right way. However, when they're done, he'll probably look at the old lady and ask for something. Or demand it even. Be it money, info, something. Make sense? At least that's how it is in Mass Effect 1. There is, like, the Renegade, like, most of the evil options are also considered Renegade, but that's not... Evil and Renegade don't go hand in hand, but they're the line is more blurred. However, Cerberus, I do know Cerberus. In fact, I've done all the Cerberus. Cerberus is a terrorist organization that have done all sorts of fucked shit in Mass Effect 1.
You told me you were with the Alliance. I don't like being played for a sucker.
Eh? Oh.
I didn't lie to you, Commander. I was with the Alliance before I joined Cerberus. The Alliance declared you dead. They gave up. Cerberus spent a fortune to bring you back.
I was dead. You even said that.
Look, I'd be suspicious too. But right now we have to work together. I thought you deserved to know what's what.
Yeah, Cerberus is bad.
Once we're off the station,
super war criminals and also super racist.
He'll explain everything. I promise.
At least as of what we know about in the first game. Cerberus are very pro-human, anti-alien. Humanity first. They worked on like horrible experiments on people. We know they gunned the fuck down a Rear Admiral Kahoku. They threw him in with arachni, these like extinct species that got brought back. They got samples of arachni, and more importantly, they started trying to deploy them like normal soldiers. Yeah, it's not like the fun kind of war criminal in the sense of like they'll get it done, like they'll do what they need to do. But they don't follow the correct rules as much as they are just. They're the bad guys. Like, there's no good way to go about it. At least in Mass Effect 1, they are considered just a raw evil organization. To be fair, only really experienced in side quests, and we've dismantled their shit. And as far as we know, kind of took down most of Cerberus.
Elusive Man. Is he in charge of all this?
Yeah. That's
Fun
not his
work
real name,
like
of
you.
course. Nobody knows who he really is.
It was a code name the Alliance used for him. Kinda stuck.
You better have fucking answer.
I don't care what his name is. He just needs to answer my questions. All of them.
Keep in mind,
Spent
yes.
a lot of money and time bringing you back. I'm sure he'll be more than happy to tell you whatever you want to know.
It's not much farther.
Okay. Now keep in mind, yes, horrible, terrorist, all sorts of bad. But keep in mind, they did spend like $4 billion bringing me back. And I can't go to my squad, and it's because of Wilson. It's actually because when I open this door... Oh, not this door.
Come on over. Right.
That's how I feel.
Stun him.
Yeah, tech armor is actually doing work for me right now. It's not really, so they can't be that bad. Well, we don't know that. After all, we don't know why the fuck... We have no idea why they brought me back after all.
Have a nice trip. That's me, Shepperd.
Yeah, no shit, that's you. Oh. Overload that, please. Whoop. Whoop.
I'll put him down.
Sick. Are they terrorists? Yes. Will they kill aliens? Yes. But hey, they brought your ass back from the dead. True. But here's the bigger question. Why? After all, I am a in this game, especially with what I've chosen, I am a known anti-alien suppressionist. Like, aliens and humans should coexist and be equals. That is like actually on public record for how my Commander Shepperd works. He's an asshole, but he's sure as shit not racist.
The test subject has been recovered, but the damage is far worse than we initially feared. In addition to the expected burns and internal injuries from the explosion,
I feel like that'd be a funny
has
quest
suffered
summary.
significant cellular breakdown due to
Yeah.
long-term exposure to vacuum and sub-zero temperatures. Despite the extent of the physical trauma, Wilson assures me subject is salvageable. The Lazarus project will proceed as planned.
And here is the new version of the bypass minigame, which I actually really like. Because it's, first of all, it's timed. Fuck. I fucked that up. Forgot I have to hover over it. I don't click it to look at. It's a matching game, but it's a quick one. I actually really like it. It's a lot of fun. There's another minigame. Are they sussy bakas? Kind of worse. They're less sussy bakas and more just sus. And you'll see why.
Through here.
Right here.
We're almost at the... Miranda, but you were...
Dead?
What the hell are you doing?
My job. Wilson betrayed us all.
Yep, and here's my favorite thing. See, here's like the Paragon Renegade kind of flavor. Paragon, is that your idea of due process? What the fuck? Renegade, there's kind of two, but this one is like, unless he's a Renegade, more of, this one's Renegade, like, yeah, I knew he was like, you sus as fuck. However, the more middle Renegade option is now you can't question it, which is my favorite. But also, no, she didn't tell him, though. That's the thing. She shot him in the fucking neck.
You should have taken him alive.
You see where her gun was pointed?
Too risky. I've put too much time and effort bringing you back to life to let you get killed now.
You really think Wilson's capable
So
of
he's
that?
paralyzed and dying now. He's not dead yet.
Not anymore.
But he's paralyzed as shit.
I had a feeling Wilson was just looking for a chance to shoot me in the back.
Good instincts. Some people are far too trusting to ever see that coming. Come on, let's grab this shuttle and get out of here. My boss wants to speak to you.
You mean the elusive man? I know you work for Cerberus.
Ah, Jacob. I should have known your conscience would get the better of you.
Lying to the commander isn't the way to get him to join our cause.
Well, since we're getting everything out in the open, is there anything else you want to ask
Bring me
before
back
we go,
to
Commander?
life. You're not wrong. You have no idea how much I had that fucking Evanescence song playing in my head the first time I played through this game.
You're the Lazarus Project's director, aren't you?
That's right. I
Save
put 2 years
me.
of my life into this project. Into you.
Why? That's the biggest question. Because let's think, it's not just $4 billion. It's $4 billion and 2 years to the man who's dismantled a fuck ton of their operations in the Traverse.
What does Cerberus want from me?
Maybe you should ask the elusive man when you meet him. He poured virtually
God, Miranda's so
unlimited
cute,
resources
though.
into
Look at her.
Lazarus. Obviously, he has some kind of plan for you.
A little bit of Uncanny Valley, though, just because of, you know, slightly dated models, but she's cute.
Convenient that you show up as we're leaving. Where were you during the attack?
Yeah.
Besides trying to save your life?
Wilson
figured out I was
maybe not to
helping
this
you when he
game,
sent an army of mechs to take me
but
out.
for sure to like
I
the
got here
start
as
of
soon
it.
as I could. Probably a little too soon if you ask Wilson.
The only issue is, well, this is a huge plot point at the off rip. It's actually a lot more due to now that they brought me back to life. I am forced to work with Cerberus to solve a problem that will be explained soon.
What about the rest of the people on the station?
This is the evac area. If they're not here now, they're not coming.
We can't leave without knowing for sure. We need to go back and look.
Don't you get it? The only one worth saving is you. Everyone else is expendable.
She's right. We all knew the risks when we signed up. Without you, there's no point to any of this.
Okay. Oh, and keep in mind, with my pre-service history, I actually... Thanks, Obama. With my pre-service history, I actually... Before Mass Effect 1 started, my Shepperd let my entire squad die during a raid on a planet called Torfan. Let the entire squad die to get to my job. And I've been kind of going with that. I was like, I'm going to get the job done with any means. I'm going to try to get the least amount of people killed possible while doing it. But I'm going to let them die if it's the only way to actually complete my objective. In fact, during a hostage situation, I pulled the Russian battle strategy. He said he's going to blow up his hostages. I said, fucking do it, no balls. And so he did.
Where are we going?
Another Cerberus facility. The elusive man is waiting for you there.
And if I don't come along?
I'm not sure I trust you.
This is the only shuttle off the station. You want to stay and rot with the mechs? Be my guest.
I guess let's go.
I've had enough of this station to last a lifetime.
The greater
Or
good
two,
bullshit.
in your case.
To an extent.
Come on.
In this case, it is literally true because it's, Bro, the plot of the whole trilogy is I'm trying to save the entire fucking galaxy. So if I kill even a few million people...
Before you meet with the elusive man, we need to ask a few questions to evaluate your condition.
Come on, Miranda, more tests? Shepperd took down those mechs without any trouble. That has to be good enough.
Yes, I know
It's been 2 years
Dumbledore
since
does
the
that
attack.
bullshit.
The elusive man needs to know that Shepherd's personality and memories are intact. Ask the questions.
Okay, so actually, if you didn't buy the comic DLC that we did at the start, this is where the choices actually come into play. Your Paragon and Renegade will not transfer over, which does mean you won't see, a few trillion. If a few trillion civilians, even, if I have to kill a few trillion civilians to save the entire galaxy, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try not to. If it's kill trillions to do it, or don't, I'm not gonna. But if it's kill trillions and save the galaxy, or don't, and I might still be able to do it, doesn't seem like a good risk-reward bullshit. But right here, I would be asked about like what happened on Vermeer. I would be asked to let the council die. I would be asked right here, even on the 360, even if you transferred your save, it would ask you here who I elected to council, because actually the game saved at the final boss, and it didn't actually save that last decision, which was afterwards. So the game, like, this is where I would make the choices of what happened in Mass Effect 1 if I didn't transfer my save or buy the comic.
Did you say 2 years? I've been gone that long?
2 years and 12 days. And you were on an operating table for most of it.
The sooner we start, the sooner we can be done. Start with personal history.
Okay. Records show you were a colony kid. Lost your parents when slavers hit Mindwar.
Like,
you enlisted and led troops during some heavy fighting, most notably on Torfin. Do you remember taking on some Batarian slavers?
Yes, and I did what was necessary.
Those bastards were dug in deep in a fortified bunker. I sent a lot of good soldiers to their deaths. That's how it had to be.
You got the job done. That's all that matters. Satisfied, Miranda?
Almost. Let's try something
That's
more
my
recent.
pre-service history.
Vermeer, where you destroyed Saren's cloning facility. You had to leave one of your squad behind to die in the blast.
2 years,
Lieutenant
7 months, 12 days,
Caden Alenko was
13
killed
hours.
in action.
I know that.
It was your call. Why did you leave him behind?
I know that, exactly. What the fuck? What's that from? But instead of them just saying, yo, I let Caden die, it would be like, who did I leave behind? Like, they'd be quizzing me rather than asking personally.
I left a friend to die that day, and I didn't do it casually. But I had to save as many people as I could.
Exactly.
Caden gave his life for the rest of the team. Without him, I couldn't have stopped Saren. He died a hero.
I understand, Commander. And I wasn't judging your decision. Everybody at Cerberus knows that cloning facility had to be destroyed.
There are other tests we really should run.
Come on, Miranda. Enough with the quizzes. The memories are there, and I can vouch for Shepperd's combat skills personally.
I suppose you're right. We'll have to hope the elusive man accepts our little field test as evidence enough.
What does that mean, Claire? And 1? And 15 minutes. Ha ha ha! 2 years, 7 months, 12 days, 15 hours,
The elusive man is waiting for you in the other room.
I know that.
I wouldn't keep the elusive man waiting.
What is that from, Blair?
The elusive man is waiting for you in the other room.
He's a Cerberus. I will say, the Cerberus uniform, clean as fuck. Also, look at her. She's so cute. And that ass. They censored the ass. And here I can customize my gear. And I plan to. So, I can also customize my casual appearance. They did add some casual clothes from Mass Effect 3. Because of this. These were the 3 you had without upgrades. You also have this from Mass Effect 3, a casual jumpsuit also from Mass Effect 3, and this jacket, which is sick. You were running with what they were saying? Okay. I could have sworn I might have just been thinking of something in my head that's very similar. I like this for my casual clothes. It fits Renegade Shep too well. So when I'm not in uniform, like in battle outfit, I'll be wearing this. And most importantly, it doesn't have Cerberus or N7. After all, N7 is an alliance thing, and I am fucking dead right now. I'm not N7 anymore. Well, I earned it. Think Spec Ops almost. Well, I earned that. I don't have it anymore. So here's non-alliance, but still very reasonable outfit, minus the fan braces. I don't know why I'm wearing fan braces, but whatever. Now, I don't actually want helmet at all. I just don't. So I'm not gonna. I only have the N7 chest plates. I only have the N7 armors. However, I can change the material. It must have taken at least 4 hours to get out of the first base. I don't know. Possibly. Basically change like how shiny something is. I kind of like this. I can change my colors, and I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna make my armor like probably pinkish. Gonna go put the default material so like the shininess doesn't affect the color scheme. I kind of like this purple color though. I don't want to be super shiny just because it doesn't. I don't like the super shiny kind of approach because that genuinely is a problem on the battlefield, you know? That gives away my position. But I like this color. I'll think I'll go with that. And I can get good accent color. What do you think is a good color to go with this that doesn't look tacky as shit? I mean, I could go with more of the same kind of color. But, like, that feels kind of boring. Because, like, there's always the black of my Under Armour, and as well as the red for my N7. But, just black. I mean, there's... there's this black. White, actually, I do like white. Specifically on my gloves. Because, as you can see on my right arm, it does match the N7 colors. So it doesn't add a new color. Tactical black and red. Yeah, it's because the N7 used black and red with a little bit of white accents, right? To show, like, kind of friendliness. And there's not a lot of white there, but it's enough to really, like, at a glance, you get, like, alliance colors, no matter what my predominant color scheme. I could go black, too, but... So I'm kind of, like... I mean, I could go red. It's not quite the same color. Oh wait, no, that's wrong. No. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the white. I like the white. And I can't add patterns. I only have 2 of them, and I can change the color of it. So I can add these lines to it, or it looks like camo or like blood splatter, which does. Oh shit! I forgot that's the first pattern is the arm. Then there's that, so I can actually change the color of my arm, but I'm gonna keep it red. I think it just works too well. I could do all white, but that feels kind of meh. However, now that I think about it, I could probably could do pink with the kind of purple undertones, and then white. Yeah. Oh, this looks awful, and I love it. Or I could do like a kind of like digital camo to it, which kind of looks shit. But I like the pink a lot, just genuinely. But with this pattern to break up the color, it's not too bad. Yeah, I am being with racist, but it is the pink. Oh, all white with the racist. Yes, that is good point. I think I'm actually gonna go. Can I get like a good black? I mean, there's this, but like I want like a darker black. Ooh, I could go with like a dark reddish, but that feels. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the pink and white. I can always change this later. Like this, I'm not like locked into this. And my different armor will actually adjust my stuff. Like it has different mechanics. The helmets, I forgot that the helmets do actually change stuff, but I don't want to wear a helmet. Actually, I think I might be able to put on a helmet for my gear. There's health, and then weapon damage. I might increase my weapon damage. This actually doesn't look all that bad. I want to see the face, though. However, I think if I go to graphics, perhaps? No. Gameplay? No. I could have sworn there was a setting to just, like, gain the effects of the helmet, but not be able to visually see it. I guess not, so I guess I'm gonna take this helmet off. I don't want helmet. You know? I want to see Commander Shepperd's shitty hair.
Commander Shepperd.
Elusive man. I thought we'd be meeting face to face.
Unnecessary precaution.
This is a massive upgrade. Oh, you're going to bed?
You and I know.
From what I hear, I cost you a fortune. Why'd you do it?
For
Good night, Blair.
Defense and preservation of humanity. I didn't spend 2 years and billions of credits bringing you back to serve as a common soldier. But humanity is up against the greatest threat of our brief existence.
The Reapers.
Good to see your memory's still intact. How are you feeling?
I noticed a few upgrades. I hope you didn't replace anything really important.
We tried to keep you as intact as possible. We need Shepperd, just as you were when you defeated Sovereign.
What are the Reapers doing that made you decide to bring me back?
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack. While you've been sleeping, entire colonies have been disappearing. Human colonies. We believe it's someone working for the Reapers, just as Saren and the Geth aided Sovereign. You've seen it yourself. You bested all of them. That's just one reason we chose you.
Fighting a war doesn't seem like Cerberus. Why are you involved?
We're committed to the advancement and preservation of humanity. If the Reapers are targeting us, trying to wipe us out, Cerberus will stop them. If we wait for politicians or the Alliance to act, no more human colonies will be left.
If this is a threat against humanity, you need to mobilize the Alliance.
They suffered substantial losses fighting Sovereign. They're rebuilding, still stretched too thin to waste resources verifying the Reaper threat. Blaming the abductions on mercs and pirates is easier and more convenient.
Sovereign was trying to harvest all life in the galaxy. Why would the Reapers target a few human colonies?
Hundreds of thousands of colonists have vanished. I'd say that fits the definition of harvesting. Nobody's paying attention because it's random, and the attacks occur in remote locations. I don't know why they've suddenly targeted humanity. Maybe you got their attention when you killed one of them.
Why me?
You could have trained an entire army for what you spent to bring me back.
You're unique.
Oh, hello, viewer.
Not just in ability or what you've experienced, but in what you represent. You stood for humanity at a key moment. You're more than a soldier. You're a symbol. And I don't know if the Reapers understand fear, but you killed one. They have to respect that.
If you're after the Reapers, just point me in the right direction.
Miranda was worried you'd be resistant. She's not usually wrong. I have a shuttle ready to take you to Freedom's Progress, the latest colony to be abducted. Miranda and Jacob will brief you.
What's actually super interesting, with the sun behind the Elusive Man, you can see it's like blue and red. I believe it's supposed to actually represent Renegade and Paragon, like how Renegade versus Paragon you are. Since I'm more Renegade right now, it's red. However, if I start going more Paragon, it'll be more blue. I think. I remember that. I don't know if I'm making that up.
I'll get what you're looking for and be back before you know it.
Good to hear it. Find any clues
See,
you
it's
can.
mostly red
Who's
with a bit of
abducting
blue
the
to it.
colonies? Do they have any connection to the Reapers? I brought you back. It's up to you to do the rest.
And now I'm level 6. Which gave me 2 points. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do you gain 2 points per level? Am I stupid? Yeah, it wants me to get overload, which I'm going to take, because right now I don't really have any option against shields. I don't have anything against armor either. I'm going to take that, and then obviously I can't spend anything more. So I'll get overload, and then next I'm going to get throw, and I should have another point. I should gain 2 on level up, unless I'm horribly mistaken. So I'll gain throw, and then warp. Okay. And the levels actually work differently now. So instead of gaining just XP based on kill and random stuff, at the end of a quest I gain experience. Depending on my choices and one certain side objectives mid-quest, I'll gain extra experience.
The Elusive Man is very impressed with you. I'm eager to see if you can live up to his expectations on this mission.
What's the matter, Lawson? Worried you're not his favorite anymore?
I've proven my value to the Elusive Man. Let's hope you're able to do the same.
Do we have a problem?
For someone who spent 2 years putting me back together, you don't seem real fond of me.
I have the utmost respect for your abilities, Shepperd. It's your motivations that concern me. I believe in what Cerberus stands for. Only time will tell if you prove to be an asset or a liability to our cause.
What can you tell me about this colony we're going to?
Freedom's Progress? It's a typical human settlement in the Terminus systems. They had a small military force for protection supplemented by mechs and security drones. Average in almost every way, really. Completely unremarkable. Until the disappearance.
Any thoughts on what we might run into there?
A lot of empty buildings and one giant mystery.
I'd like to know more about the Lazarus Project from the person in charge.
I wasn't in charge. The Elusive Man was. If I was running the show, would have done a few things differently.
Like what?
What would you have changed?
To start, I would have implanted you with some type of control chip. But the Elusive Man wouldn't allow it. He was afraid it might affect your personality, alter your character somehow. He wouldn't let us do anything that might limit your potential in any way.
I mean, yeah, no, I'm happy he wasn't charged in this case. But that's also just genuinely a good idea on Miranda's part. It doesn't make sense to not do that.
Can't say I like the idea of being brought back to life with a control chip in my brain.
The Elusive Man is taking an incredible risk with you. I just hope his gamble pays off.
That's fair.
Tell me a little about yourself.
Worried about my qualifications? I can crush a mech with my biotics or shoot its head off at 100 yards. Take your pick.
Yeah, I wanted more than a resume, but first of all, where'd you train?
Did you and Jacob serve together in the Alliance?
No. The Elusive Man recognized my potential and recruited me at a young age.
How old were you?
Old enough to know this is what I wanted.
Sorry, my roommate was talking to me.
Stop
screaming at the
cat.
cat.
You as a human being.
I'm not looking for a friend, Shepperd. Stay focused on the mission.
Fair enough.
It's obvious you're not interested in talking.
At least scream at the
We've got
cat
an
somewhere
assignment.
else.
We can talk about it or we can do it.
Okay, now I'm actually going to customize my gear real fast because I want to change the material. Because I actually don't want the, like, if there's a way to get rid of the carbon fiber scale, there's not. Damn. Okay, I wanted to see if I get rid of that scaling look. Like, I like it, but it doesn't really work with the pink as well, at least. I'll go with that, though. Has more contrast. I'm gonna talk to Jacob.
I'm glad the elusive man convinced you to join us, Commander.
I'll reserve judgment.
Cerberus gave me my body back. That's worth giving them a chance. One chance.
But you're still not convinced.
Yeah, of course.
Do you trust me, Commander?
No.
You're part of Cerberus. I'll be keeping an eye on you, too.
Fair enough. I can't expect you to trust me just because I ask you. I'll just have to earn that trust.
That's fair. But,
Do you know anything about this colony we're going
what do
to?
you know about Freedom's Progress?
It's called Freedom's Progress. Don't know much else. I guess we'll find out when we get there.
Fair enough.
You said you served in the Alliance?
5 years in total. Stationed all over the galaxy. Even spent a couple of years as a Corsair.
I've never heard of the Corsairs.
It was an Alliance initiative. They hired independent starship captains and used them for missions that fell outside official Alliance jurisdiction.
So Alliance
Technically, we weren't
vectors.
part of the Alliance. If we ever got caught, they could disavow any knowledge of us. We were supposed to be free from restrictions and rules. There was still enough red tape to sink a cruiser. I finally just gave up.
So he was the Alliance equivalent of a Spectre almost, but with less power. That's sick.
Why did you join Cerberus?
I guess I just got tired of never making a difference. So much of what we did in the Alliance seemed pointless. I thought things would change after the attack on the Citadel. Humanity was finally invited to join the Council, but nothing changed. Politics, bureaucracy, same bullshit, different leaders. Cerberus is different. When colonies go missing, we don't commission a team to write a report to figure out what the hell to do about it. We just go and find out.
Fair enough.
That's all for now.
Yes, sir.
Got more Renegade points from that, which means I actually have quite a lot of Renegade now. I've almost got a full thing. Now, there isn't actually dialogue points. Like, I can't see, like, put in my charm and, think, oh, my eyes have gone a bit red, too. Or is that just a reflection thing? I hope there's not just actual red in my eyes. I don't want that. I like Shepperd's default blue eyes. Yeah. So here's what happens. I leveled up. In this case, I got to level 6. I started level 5 and got there, which gave me 2 squad points. Here's a mission summary, and here's my import bonuses. From importing a level 56 character, I started at level 5, which is the same as 57, so I don't know why I didn't get that. I started with a portion of my Renegade and Paragon. My Renegade was maxed, 190 is max. I was almost max Paragon, apparently. And I started with 90% of my credits, which was maxed. So I started with the highest amount of credits possible, and the most element 0, iridium, palladium, and platinum possible. I also picked up this and some credits. You get paid for every mission you get, and then you can also find some. In this case, I literally found more than Cerberus paid me. See? It's got it's a heavier mission structure. Is an enemy's health bar red? If not, it's immune to many of your special attacks until you breach its defenses. That's what it means by, like, a lot of crowd control doesn't work when they're shielded.
Shepherd. The elusive man put us under your command. Do you have any orders?
Are you sure you'll be comfortable following my orders?
We didn't bring you back
My
from
eyes
the dead
are
just
red,
to second
fuck.
guess you, Commander. If the elusive man says you're in charge, you're in charge.
And they're not very subtle anymore. Like, I've already got massive facial scars.
What did you find at the other colonies?
Nothing. No signs of attack, no corpses, not even a trace of unusual genetic material to give us a clue. They just disappeared. We've got no target to go after.
What makes you think this investigation will turn up anything new?
At other colonies, official investigators got there first. Sometimes looters or salvage teams as well. We're hoping to be the first ones there this time. Maybe find clues before somebody else disturbs the scene.
Okay. We're here to search, to do whatever it takes, but like at the same time, someone could still be alive. However, in Mass Effect 2 and 3, like the mixed approach doesn't work. It just kind of doesn't.
We're gonna find out who did this and take him down. Nothing gets in our way. Am I clear?
Perfectly, Commander.
Good to have you here, Shepperd.
Like, the way it's said makes it seem like if they're survivors, gun them down if you have to, and that's just not what I'm about. Not unless I have to. Like, true. If that makes sense. It's hard to explain. I normally play good boy in games like this. I also don't like the scars being so pronounced. Cerberus is... Okay. I was like, what the fuck do you mean? Yeah. Jacob's got a shotgun, Miranda has the heavy pistol and the machine pistol. 3-round burst. Bad against armor, but good against shields and barriers. Heavy pistol is weak against shields and biotic barriers, but good against armor. And the heavy is typically good against everything. And I'm gonna take the machine pistol as well, just because if they're shields, then shields come first, before barriers.
Looks like everyone just got up and left right in the middle of dinner.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of a mess, but not much. Yeah, it does just look like people got up and left.
Strange. No bodies, no structural damage, and no signs of battle.
On it!
I'm gonna salvage some parts.
Moving. Heading to cover!
Oh, nothing here. Never mind.
Strange. Were disabled by the other colonies.
She's got warp and overload, but they're on Baron. See, they're on armor. Fire doesn't. He's already using it. Overload doesn't help because it doesn't have shields. Throw's not useful because he's got armor. See what I mean? And no squad members are down. I'm gonna overload anyway,
switching side out,
because it is better than nothing.
I've got it.
Come on over.
Rerouting power.
On target.
Rerouting power. Requesting assistance.
Hostiles.
Noodle, no, Noodle. Not the time, buddy. Jacob! Oh, you didn't level up for me. However, Miranda, you've got 8 points to spend. I guess I got more experience than her, I wonder why. So Cerberus Officer, which, see, she gives squad bonuses. So she increases her health and weapon damage, as well as boosts our weapon damage and health. And right now she's got warp and overload. Right now, since I don't have warp. Oh shit, I forgot warp detonates pull and singularity enemies, so it'll cause explosion. I literally forgot they added that in Mass Effect 2. I thought that was in 3. It also just does damage. Straight up, it's just a damage ability. There we go. Because I can almost just evolve that, and I kind of want to get the passives done first, before the actives. So, let's see, Leader, it's better for everyone else, while Tactician is better for her defensive and tactical abilities. So Squad's health gets up instead of our damage.
Shoot them before they take out the shield. Here we go.
Target down.
Fucking
taking fire.
Oh, shit. Fucking Miranda! Why did you walk away, you dumb bitch? And why did Jacob run forward?
Strange. Security systems were disabled at the other colonies.
We both want heavy pistols. Ineffective at long range, good against... Okay, yeah, no, I also...
Change weapon!
Sure thing. Here goes!
You're up!
Shield's dead.
Shoot them before they take out his shield.
Gotta hurt!
Allied force casualties. Excuse me.
I got him!
Hostile forces have engaged.
I can't mantle that? Why can't I mantle that? Fucking die, you dumb bitch. Oh, cool. Now they're both dead. Okay, yeah, no, this is much harder now.
I've got him.
Here we go!
Those mechs shouldn't have been hostile. They should have recognized us as human.
Someone reprogrammed them to attack on sight. We're not alone here.
Oh my god,
Stay
that was
close.
a
You
lot
bet.
of my ammo, too. Because since they have armor, kind of beats my cheeks. There we go. Access granted, which is going to give me credits. I'm not going to be getting like weapons and armor and stuff like that anymore. Not in the same way as before. I can't fucking move. He just pinned me the fuck down.
Yes. No.
God damn. That's not what I wanted. Trying to press the button in order just to go straight. Hey, Quarians!
Look right there!
Praza, you said you'd let me handle this.
Hey, Stully!
Wait. Shepperd?
I'm not taking any chances with Cerberus operatives.
Put those weapons down! Shepperd? Is that... You're alive?
Remember when I gave you that Geth data tally? Did it help you complete your pilgrimage?
Yes, it did. Praza, weapons down. This is definitely Commander Shepperd.
The camera's
Why is your
glitched into his
commander
fucking
working
gun.
for Cerberus?
I don't know. Maybe we should ask.
I'm not working for them, I am working with them though, but I didn't really have a choice.
I nearly died, Tally. Cerberus spent 2 years rebuilding me. They want me to investigate attacks on human colonies.
Likely story. No organization would commit so many resources to bring back one soul.
His gun!
You haven't seen Shepperd in action, Praza. Trust me, it was money well spent. Perhaps we can work together. We're here looking for a young Quarian named Vitor. He was here on pilgrimage.
I love how her accent is actually like much farther and her voice is deeper.
Everyone else is dead. What makes you think Vitor survived?
We saw him when we landed.
You saw him? Then why isn't he with you already?
Vitor was injured, and he was always, nervous.
She means that he was unstable. Combine that with damage to his suit CO2 scrubbers and an infection from an open-air exposure, and he's likely delirious.
When he saw us landing, he hid in a warehouse on the far side of town. We suspect he also programmed the mechs to attack anything that moved.
Yeah, we need to team the fuck up.
Vitor's the only one who can tell us what happened here. We should work together to find him.
Good idea. You'll need 2 teams to get past the drones anyway.
Now we're working with Cerberus?
No, Praza, you're working for me. If you can't follow orders, go wait on the ship. Head for the warehouse through the center of the colony. We'll circle around the far side and draw off some of the drones to clear you a path.
Your people really don't like Cerberus. What did I miss?
They killed our people, infiltrated our flotilla, and tried to blow up one of our ships.
That's not how I'd have explained it exactly. It was nothing personal.
We can argue over who killed who later. Right now, we've got a job to do.
Agreed. We work together to get to Vitor.
Make sure to keep in radio contact.
Will do. Good luck, Shepperd. Whatever happens, it's good to have you back.
Alright, sick. On retrospect, thinking about it, I probably should have gone engineer for the ammo, if nothing else. You go with shotgun.
Be careful, Shepperd. There's a squad of security drones up ahead.
Oh, believe me, I noticed.
We'll take care of it.
I compromised.
Fuck. I noticed that a little too late. I'm blind as shit. Let's go. You've got quite a lot of time for this. However, I am very practiced in that minigame. It says it's not good on armor, didn't it? Am I just dumbassing wrong? Oh, I never leveled her up. Oh, yeah, it did, because I died. Probably should have worked on Overload first, but eh. I'd rather have Warp for the detonation. Yeah, weak against armor, but like...
Use Overload on
Damn it, I didn't mean to go Overload. Fuck! Forgot they adjusted, like, the fucking speed of which you go back in and out of cover. Like, you get in and out of cover much slower now.
Squad of security drones up ahead.
Thanks for the warning. We'll take care of it.
Ready to engage.
Shield down.
It's me, Shepperd. Moving!
Goddamn. It was... Fuck! That was backwards. And I can't draw that one again. Damn. That was just credits, though, I think.
Use Overload on him.
Yeah, it's good against biotics and shields, weak against armor. I don't know if I fucking believe that. I'm just gonna go ahead and map that one there. Oh!
Drop! Target down!
What the? Okay. Fucking cover. God damn, the cover system is a lot less forgiving, let's say. Okay. Hey, Olo Specialist.
Shepperd, Praza and his squad rushed on ahead. I told them to wait, but they wouldn't let.
Go like at 72.
Find Vitor and take him away before you get here.
We should have expected this.
Come on, we can still catch them.
This is a problem. You little bitch.
Here we go. Not a problem.
Oh, fuck me, fuck me! Let me around the cover, fuck!
On target.
One less.
Let's go, baby.
Affirmative.
Hurry, Shepperd. We are inside the loading docks.
This is kind of
The heavy mech. It's tearing Praza's squad apart.
meh.
They did want to get to Vitor first.
Get your squad
That's
into cover,
both.
and I'll open the loading bay doors.
We'll take cover by the doors. Shepperd, you take point.
Let's go, Tully. And now that is a problem. Why are they not in cover? One shot will kill them, basically. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Fuck.
That mech's got heavy armor plating. Those Quarians never stood a chance.
Yeah, which is like the big
This
introduction
is
to
gonna be
armor.
one tough son of a bitch to take down. Overload will take out their shields.
No shield.
Heavy mech.
Unity is this shit. God, see like that, how long that took?
Now let's finish you off.
Gonna Unity. God damn it. Son of a bitch. Like, I can't shoulder lean, which, like, shoulder swap, which is a lot more of a problem. Overload and pull.
Here we go.
Honestly, if I thought about it, I wouldn't have overloaded, but that's fine.
About to get hot.
Alright. God, the Quarians are dead as shit.
This is valuable.
That's research for heavy weapons ammo, which can increase my ammo capacity for it. Which is huge. I thought there was only 3 Quarians. I didn't realize there were so many. Oh, Tali. There's even more Quarians than I thought.
This is your chance to go find Vitor while I tend to the wounded, Shepperd. He's probably somewhere in the back of the loading bay.
Hostiles are cleared.
Yeah.
Monsters coming back. Mechs will protect. Safe from swarms. Have to hide. No monsters. No swarms. No.
Vitor?
No Vitor. Not here. Swarms can't find. Monsters coming. Have to hide.
Nobody's gonna hurt you anymore.
I don't think he can hear you, Commander.
Have to hide. Next.
See, there are now dialogue interrupts, which I believe give you Paragon, as well as you have to have enough Paragon to do it. Same with Renegade.
You're human. Where did you hide? How come they didn't find you?
Who didn't find us?
The monsters. The swarms. They took everyone.
We're not survivors, Vitor. We just got here.
You don't know. You didn't see. But I see everything.
Looks like security footage. He must have pieced it together manually.
What the hell is that?
My god. I think it's a collector.
Is that some kind of alien?
They're a species from somewhere beyond the Omega-4 relay. Only a few people have ever seen one in person.
They usually work through intermediaries, like slavers or hired mercenaries. If they're involved with the Reapers somehow, it could explain what happened to the colonies.
The Collectors have advanced technology. They could have a weapon that disables an entire settlement at once.
The Seeker swarms. No one can hide. The Seekers find you, freeze you, then the monsters take you away.
Why didn't the Collectors take you?
Swarms didn't find me. Monsters didn't know I was here.
The Collectors aren't known for being careless. Maybe his envirosuit kept him from showing up on their sensors.
Or they were using technology specifically designed to detect humans. Only human colonies have been hit.
That's valid.
Tell me more about these swarms.
It's how they find you. Seeker clouds, machines like tiny insects. They go everywhere. They find you, then they sting you, freeze you.
Sounds like miniature probes, maybe. Find victims, then immobilize them with a stasis field or nerve toxin.
I want to know more about the Collectors.
Nobody knows much. They're so rare, a lot of people don't even believe they exist.
More importantly, why are they abducting human colonists? What are they after?
Maybe the Elusive Man can figure it out.
What happened next?
The monsters took the people onto the ship, and then they left. The ship flew away. But they'll be back for me. No one escapes.
I think that's probably all we're getting out of him, Commander.
Thank you, Vitor.
We appreciate what you told us. You were very helpful.
I studied them. The monsters. The swarms. I recorded them with my Omni tool. Lots of readings. Electromagnetic. Dark energy.
We need to get this data to the Elusive Man. Grab the Quarian and call the shuttle to come pick us up.
Fuck no!
What? Vitor is injured. He needs treatment, not an interrogation.
We won't hurt him. We just need to see if he knows anything else. He'll be returned unharmed.
Your people tried to betray us once already. If we give him to you, we'll never get the intel we need.
Praza was an idiot, and he and his men paid for it. You're welcome to take Vitor's Omnitool data, but please, just let me take him.
First of all, yeah, you should join us, Tali. Although she's definitely... It's been 2 years. She's probably got, like, something to do. Although, real question, why the fuck is she here? She's the daughter of an admiral. Why is she here? Why is she away from the flotilla? And why the fuck? Like, most Quarians stay on the flotilla when they're not on their pilgrimage. These obviously were after Vitor, but why?
You don't have to take Vitor and go. We could work together, just like old times.
I want to, but I can't. I've got a mission of my own. It's too important for me to abandon, even for you. When it's over, and I'm still alive, We'll see what happens.
What's the
That
mission?
sounds dangerous. What are you doing?
I don't think Cerberus needs to hear about it, but it's in Geth space. That should tell you how important it is.
Yup. But Vitor is definitely going to Tali.
He's traumatized and he needs medical care. Tali will give us the Omni-Tool data and take him to the flotilla.
Understood, Commander.
Thank you, Shepperd. I'm glad you're still the one giving the orders. Good luck out there. If I find anything that can help you, I'll let you know.
We're ready for pickup.
Shepperd, good work on Freedom's progress. The Quarians forwarded their findings from Vitor's debriefing. No new data, but it's a surprising olive branch given our history. You and I have different methods, but I can't argue with your results.
Having friends does pay off. See, that's the thing. I know it says it's Paragon, but that's not necessarily a non-renegade option. Like, I'm definitely going to probably play a bit more mixed than I should, but honestly, the more I think about it, I'm probably going to lean heavier towards, like, an asshole Paragon. Just due to the way Mass Effect 2 and I assume 3 handles Renegade and Paragon.
You ever think about playing nice once in a while?
Diplomacy is great when it works, but difficult when everyone already perceives you as a threat.
They perceive you as a threat because you're not being diplomatic.
The collectors are behind the abductions.
Why do I get the feeling you knew about them already?
I had my suspicions, but I needed proof. The collectors are enigmatic at best. They periodically travel to the terminus systems, looking to gather seemingly unimportant items or specimens, usually in exchange for their technology. When their transactions are complete, they disappear as quickly as they arrive, back beyond the unmapped Omega-4 relay. Until now, we've had no evidence of direct aggression by the collectors.
What are the collectors getting from these deals?
The collectors aren't very forthcoming about their motives. Generally, they seek out species with rare genetic mutations or abnormalities. They pay slavers and work groups exorbitant sums to obtain these specimens, and then they leave. But they've never targeted a single species before, and the previous sample sizes were in the dozens, not the tens of thousands.
Any ideas on why they've shifted their focus to humans?
If they're agents for the Reapers, it could be any number of reasons. Obviously, humanity played a huge role in Sovereign's destruction. That might have been enough to draw their attention. What really concerns me is why they bother abducting the colonists. Once the humans are paralyzed, why not just kill them?
Why is the Omega-4 relay unmapped? What do we know about it?
Only that no ship passing through it has ever returned. Our best guess is that the relay reacts differently to collector vessels, allowing them safe passage. If they can manipulate relays, that's just further evidence of the connection with the Reapers.
Hello, viewer.
You're holding something back. How do you know the Reapers are involved?
The patterns are there, buried in the data. The Council and the Alliance want to believe the Reaper threat died with Sovereign. You and I know better. I won't wait until the Reapers are on the march. We need to take the fight to them.
Agreed, but I can't do it alone.
If this is a war, I'll need an army. Or a really good team.
I've already compiled a list of soldiers, scientists, and mercenaries. You'll get dossiers on the best of them. Finding them and convincing them to work with you could be challenging, but you're a natural leader. I'll continue to track the collectors. When they make their next appearance, I'll notify you and your team. Be ready.
I'm still a Spectre. Maybe I can get the Council to help us out.
If you think you could convince them, by all means. Just remember, you've been gone a long time. Things have changed.
Keep your list. I want people I trust. The ones who helped me stop Saren and the Geth.
That was 2 years ago, Commander. Most of them have moved on, or their allegiances have changed.
What about Tali? She already helped us on Freedom's progress.
That was unexpected. I need more intel before I'll commit to that.
That's fair. And she already did flat out say that we'll see about working together. She's busy. What about Rex?
Where's Erdnot Rex?
He returned to Chichanka, and he hasn't gone off-world in over a year. He's trying to unite the Krogan clans.
Oh, so he went back to his old passion, Ashley.
Where's Ashley Williams?
She's still with the Alliance. Promoted, I believe. Her file is surprisingly well classified.
Well, classified. My file was classified. Could she be in the in program?
Where's Garrus Vakari?
The Turian disappeared a few months after you were declared dead. Even we haven't been able to locate him.
And Liara?
Where's Liara Tassoni?
She's on Ilium. My sources say that she's working for the Shadow Broker. If so, she can't be trusted.
Okay, I get it. They're not available.
You're a leader, Shepperd. You'll get who you need.
You worry about the Collectors. I'll make sure my team's ready.
Good. 2 things before you go. First, head to Omega and find Morden Solus. He's a brilliant Solarian scientist. Our intelligence suggests he may know how to counteract the Collector's paralyzing Seeker swarms.
I haven't even started and you're telling me what to do?
I'm giving you direction. What you do with it is up to you. I'm sure you'll make the right decision.
All right. What's the other thing?
I found a pilot I think you might like. I hear he's one of the best. Someone you can trust.
Hey, Commander. Just like old times, huh?
I can't believe it's you, Joker.
Look who's talking. I saw you get spaced.
Got lucky, with a lot of strings attached. How'd you get here?
It all fell apart without you, Commander. Everything you stirred up, the Council just wanted it gone. The team was broken up, record sealed, and I was grounded.
He was
The
grounded?
Alliance took away the one thing that mattered to me. Hell yeah, I joined Cerberus.
You really trust the Elusive Man?
Well, I don't trust anyone who makes more than I do. But they aren't all bad. Saved your life, let me fly, and there's this. They only told me last night.
Very familiar looking ship. They recreated the Normandy. I really hope the Normandy, like the word Normandy, like the name isn't plastered on the side like it was on the SR-1. Because this isn't the Normandy. It's a Normandy-class ship. It's a new ship based on Normandy.
I guess we'll have to give her a name.
Yeah. Okay, good. At least if it is named Normandy, then it's not Shepperd today. Cool. See, yeah, that's new. Makes sense, makes sense. I'm happy that the fucking Cerberus didn't plaster Normandy on it, you know? Because especially without the crew, or even some of the crew of the Normandy, it would be kind of insulting to call it such. Like, it's the SR-2, named after the SR-1 Normandy. Makes total sense. After all, it is the second ship of its type. So I gained a level out of it. Gained me 1,000 experience for mission complete. I got the weapon, heavy weapons ammo, some bunch of credits. That's a lot of credits. I would have had even more. And I found iridium. If you're ever lost and need navigation, I can just press either stick to bring up an objective marker and the compass, which, as you noticed, the compass isn't, like, the radar isn't on my screen all the time. Yeah. Yeah, Buddha. Okay, this is pretty similar. It's not fully manned, it seems. However, it's clearly a bit different.
Welcome aboard the new Normandy, Commander.
Including the orange, like, Cerberus
I've been looking
holograph.
over the dossiers. I'd strongly recommend starting by acquiring Morden Solus, the Solarian professor on Omega. We know the Collectors use some type of advanced technology to immobilize their victims. We'll need him to develop a countermeasure to protect us.
You still don't get it, do you? You're not in charge of this mission. I am.
Operative Lawson makes a valid point, Shepperd.
Without the Professor, any encounter with the Collectors would result in failure.
Who are you?
I am the Normandy's artificial intelligence. The crew like to refer to me as Edie.
Oh, Joker won't like this.
Helmsmen aren't happy when someone takes control of a ship away from them. Especially Joker.
I do not helm the ship. Mr. Moreau's talents will not go to waste. During combat, I operate the electronic warfare and cyber warfare suites. Beyond that, I cannot interface with the ship's systems. I observe and offer analysis and advice. Nothing more.
I'm guessing it takes more than just the three of us plus Joker to fly this ship.
The Normandy has a full crew. They're at their stations awaiting your orders.
Final preparations for takeoff are complete, Commander. When you're ready to go, just pick a destination from the galaxy map and the CIC and I'll plot a course.
Jacob and I should return to our posts. Come find us if you have any questions.
Alright, now I'm gonna explore the ship, talk to the people, and then dip. So yes, that's the galaxy map, same place as ever. It's not quite as high, I'm not like up above and everything. And I now have access to private terminals, which gives me status updates on my squad, like where they are. I can go to my armory to select weapons for my squad, which is huge. Like I have a new heavy weapon that I start with. And the elevator takes me into other places. And it doesn't work the same way as it does in Mass Effect 1. And yes, this is where I can customize my appearance and stuff. And I can also get fish. And model ships. Tech Lab is where I can't do anything with that until I require the Professor. And I'll showcase why they're called the Professor, even though we know his name is Gordon Solus. Oh, first of all, she's romanceable. That's fun. Now, yep, I got a level up, which gave me 2 squad points, which I am going to use on Throw, and then give me access to Warp. Because I'm not a huge fan of Miranda as a character. Hold on, am I about even on both? Yeah, I am even on both Paragon and Renegade right now, so I could go either way. So, because the main thing is, Miranda is basically a Sentinel. However, she's a nerfed Sentinel. And this is what I mean with things. For example, there are, from my understanding, 2 engineer-type characters. There's Gordon Solus, and later on, Tali. Like if I go to my journal, I have different dossiers. Now, the Veteran and the Master Thief are actually DLC. Or they were DLC, but they're not available. There's Kasumi Goto, Master of Stealth and Infiltration, skilled hacker and information specialist, and she operates completely off the grid with no criminal record. She's not the most famous thief in the galaxy, she's the best. Trained in the arts of stealth and infiltration, she has acquired artifacts and information from all over the galaxy, and yet maintains a completely clean criminal record. She is awaiting rendezvous with Shepperd in the Citadel in the Zakiro ward. Zaid Masani, expert in both personal and small unit combat, unparalleled mercenary soldier and bounty hunter, known for willingness to get the job done no matter the cost. He is, without a doubt, the most feared mercenary and bounty hunter in the galaxy. His services have been retained by Cerberus at extremely high cost. He's awaiting pickup at Omega, but he's technically going to be the first one picked up, just by nature of him actually being literally on the way. There's the Council. That is me going to the Citadel and talking to the Council. Which means I could actually go and get Kazumi first. I don't think I'm gonna. Nah, I probably am. Honestly. There's the Convict. Jack, no last name. Exceptional biotic ability. Note, criminal background, currently in custody. Which, yes, that means one of the dossiers are on a literal criminal. She's rumored to be the most powerful human biotic ever encountered. Very little additional data regarding Jack is available, except that the subject has a history of violence and should be approached carefully. Currently, Jack is being held on the Turian prison ship Purgatory. Cerberus has negotiated for the prisoner's release. There's Archangel, small unit tactical expertise, omnitool expert, and noted sniper. He's a mercenary commander whose operations are noted from their technical expertise and strategic brilliance. He's responsible for high-profile attacks on gang leaders on Omega, can likely be found there. There's also the Professor. So you notice like they have like titles, like the Master Thief, the Veteran, the Council, bad example, the Professor, the Warlord, Archangel. The reason that one's different is because actually the name given to the mercenary, and it's already a title, and the Convict. So the Professor, Morton Solus, biological weapons expert, light weapons training with the Solarian Special Task Group, which is the Solarians that helped me attack Vermeer. They were a part of the SST. Dr. Morton Solus is a Solarian biological weapons expert. His technology may hold the key to counter collector attacks. He is currently operating a medical clinic in the slums of Omega. And then there's also the Warlord, Dr. O'Keir, millennia of combat and strategic experience, and rumored familiarity with collector technology. A brilliant and brutal Krogan warlord who fought in the Krogan rebellions. Dr. O'Keir has become obsessed with saving the Krogan people from the Genophage, and is believed to have contacted the Collectors in an attempt to gain technology to that end. He is currently in a Blue Suns camp on Corlos, though the nature of his relationship with the mercenary group is unknown. So, there's also, these are DLC things as well. There's Project Firewall. As well as the Normandy Crash site, which I'm not going to do yet. It was a DLC mission, which yes, you had to pay for this. It was a one-time go there. It's pretty neat. And then obviously the Codex, which is different.
The systems alike,
but
with elaborate sequence.
They still keep the voice for some. It's pretty sick. Team status. This is what they mean. Like these means these are available. My first wave of dossiers. The Veteran. There, you get these. However, oh, I can actually already do this from Miranda. Why can I already do this from Miranda? So you get a second appearance for a lot of people after their loyalty quest. But here you see loyalty normal. She's not loyal to me, not by default. Abilities overload, warp. And until I finish her loyalty quest, she doesn't get slammed. She gets heavy guns and heavy pistols. So I can just check this immediately, which is actually pretty good. So he's like a pseudo Vanguard, but not quite. She's a pseudo Sentinel, but not quite. Just like everyone. Morden is a pseudo Engineer, but not quite. Archangel is a pseudo Infiltrator, but not quite. See the trend. I can see upgrades. Upgrades improve your squad members' powers, your weapons, your ship, making missions success more likely. Acquire new upgrades by finding them on missions, purchasing them from stores, or research them using a research terminal. Do I have any unread messages? I do! From Admiral Anderson. On the off chance that the rumors are true and you actually are alive, I need you to come and talk to me on the Citadel. A lot has changed in the last 2 years. You put us on the council, and it's only fair you're allowed to speak for yourself about what we've been hearing. Deal struck with Zaid Masani. Shepperd, we've received an assignment with veteran mercenary Zaid Masani. You may know the name. Zaid has been involved in some of the best known, and some utterly unknown, military operations in the Terminus system, and is feared as a ruthless and relentless bounty hunter. I feel you might need a man with his skills on your mission, so I arranged to have him join you. You will find him on Omega, where he's wrapping up his current bounty. Don't worry about his feet, I've taken care of that personally. And Project Firewalker. Firewalker. Commander, the MSV Rosalie, a survey ship with Cerberus connections, has gone missing. The survey team is field testing a new prototype, the Hammerhead Planet-Side Exploration Rover. In addition, scientist Dr. Manuel Saiz, I'm going to say Saiz, and Dr. Robert O'Loy are aboard the MSV Rosalie and conducting research for us. We need you to find the ship, her survey team, and the doctors. It was last seen near planet Zoina. We found from Hackett. Commander Shepperd, our scans on the Armada system have turned up something we thought you should see, the final location of the wreckage of the SSV Normandy. We thought this news might be important to you, but we also have an ulterior motive. The Alliance would like to honor the Normandy with a monument to be built on the site of the ship's final resting place. We would like to invite you to place the monument and be the first to walk on the site. There are still 20 crew members unaccounted for in the attack on the Normandy. If you find any signs of these lost crewmen, we ask that you report to the Alliance, so those heroes' families might find some closure. I'm not actually marking that as a red. I'm leaving that just so I can keep it there. Recon Hood. It occurred to our armor technicians you might not want to show your face everywhere you go. They sent by a hood that Cerberus issues to its covert operatives. It has additional microframe functions that you might like. The hood is in your quarters. Overlord, it's a DLC, which I'm not going to do yet. One of our cells just went off the grid without explanation. Project Overlord has been experimenting with highly volatile technology, and I need you to investigate. The work is extremely compartmentalized, enough that I can't divulge operative details over this channel. You'll find them on the planet Ait Typhon system in the Phoenix Mason cluster. I also have the Arc Projector, which is a DLC item, but we get to keep it. From the Essential Financial Services. Hello, Commander Shepperd. Thank you for submitting your updated medical documentation. Your status has been changed from deceased to alive. After deducting modest administrative fees for closing your files, the subsequent change of status and the reactivation of your account, your remaining balance is 1 million credits? 1,000,000. No. 100,000 credits. Thank you for banking with Ascension Financial Services. We look forward to working with you. Are you protecting your greatest assets? We found the best life insurance rates and coverage to fit your needs. Apply for a free quote today. Keep in mind, I had 900,000. Arc Projector, we recently have an incident involving Geth at one of our outposts on the Skillian Verge. Don't worry, I'm not sending you off to chase anything down. Our operatives waged a highly successful battle against a Geth scouting party and credited their success to a new advanced electrical attack device that we finally let them take out of their lab. So their unit is being reassigned for some rest and relaxation, so you should take custody of the weapon in the meantime. The weapon is called an Arc Projector. I sent it to your Normandy's armory, so you can examine it for yourself and use it if you deem it worthy. It's gone through plenty of tests that indicated it overloads kinetic barriers and synthetic enemies particularly well, but laboratory demonstrations are a poor substitute for actual field reports. We know it works, and we want to see what it can do in the right hands. If all goes well, we'll use your tactics to train other operatives. And also, Shepperd. At great cost and effort, we have tracked down the master thief Kasumi Goto and convinced her to work for you. Very few people have ever heard of her, and fewer can claim to have ever seen her in person. She's unequaled at stealth and infiltration, and her skills will prove invaluable in your mission. Travel to Zakira Ward in the Citadel. There you'll find a special ad terminal that differs from the usual. Input the password, silence is golden, to begin the rendezvous. I'm going to keep those. Archive messages I've had read. I'm leaving that because I'll be doing that later in a very specific point in the story. It's pretty interesting.
I'm Yeoman Kelly Chambers. I've been assigned as your administrative assistant. I'll manage your messages and help you monitor the crew. And I must say, it's such an honor to work under you, Commander Shepperd.
The pleasure is mine.
I'm glad to have you on the team, Miss Chambers.
Please, call me Kelly.
No.
Let's keep this professional, Yeoman.
Yes, sir. Anything else, Commander?
Noodle, I love you, but get out of the way. I can ask, how is the crew?
Is there anything I should know?
Joker would like to speak to you on the bridge. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
Yes,
see, that's her primary purpose. She can be romanced, which is awesome. They did change it to where I can actually like tilt my camera a bit more when I'm doing this, and there is still codecs for opening this. However, I'm constantly getting updates right now. I know. Hey, Edie.
Yes, Shepperd.
I want to know more about the people I'm working with.
Much of that data is classified. Do you have a specific inquiry?
How did Cerberus replicate the most advanced warship in the Alliance Navy without anyone knowing?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
A block?
What do you mean?
Although I am less controlled than other AI, I am still subject to behavioral blocks and the physical isolation of my hardware. In this case, I am prevented from truthfully answering your question by Cerberus's levels of secret classification.
How is Cerberus organized? Aside from the elusive man, I don't see much chain of command.
Cerberus is organized into task-oriented cells. Each operates in isolation. members from one cell cannot recognize the members of another. Each cell's agents are led by a single operator. We are called the Lazarus Cell, which is directed by Operator Lawson.
How many cells are there? I'm sure she's gonna say she's got a block.
So how many operations is Cerberus running right now?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
What sort of resources does Cerberus have? Money, personnel, facilities?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
Okay.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
Why are you named Edie?
EDI is the phonetic pronunciation of EDI. That is an acronym for Enhanced Defense Intelligence.
Where are you?
My core intelligence is housed in a quantum blue box located behind the medical bay.
What do you do aboard the ship?
I operate the ship's electronic and cyber warfare suites in combat. My reaction time is much faster than any organic. I collate the records of shipboard monitoring devices for the Elusive Man. I serve additional functions which are restricted at this time.
Restricted functions? Like what?
I do not know. Some of my databases are sealed, some of my hardware is kept offline. I assume that when certain unknown conditions are met, those functions will be released to me.
Assuming she's got stuff she can do, but she needs to be commanded to do it.
Cyber warfare means things like viruses, right?
In close-range ship-to-ship combat, I can sometimes break through the firewalls of an enemy's internal wireless network. Once I seize control of their systems, I can turn off gravity or air. I can disable weapons guidance or shields, or I can put their fusion plant in meltdown. On the defense, I manage Normandy's own suite of jammers, decoys, and internal firewalls.
That's incredibly impressive.
Sounds incredibly useful. Why isn't there someone like that on every warship?
An organic operator cannot react quickly enough to changing circumstances or perform the necessary multitasking. This is a role that can only be filled by an artificial intelligence. Unfortunately, we are suspect.
Well, it might have something to do with how an AI almost destroyed galactic civilization, just putting it out there.
2 of them.
The Elusive Man has monitoring devices on board?
He has invested most of Cerberus's resources into the design and construction of this ship. He has an interest in monitoring our progress.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
Oh shit, there was one more thing I want to ask.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
You and Joker.
How are you getting along with Joker?
Mr. Moreau does not trust me. It offends him that I am installed aboard his ship's computers.
Yeah, the last Normandy did just
He's
fine
clearly
without an AI
not happy
reminding
about
me
that
the
one.
airlock is ajar.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepperd.
I love how you can tell, like, Edie is an AI, but she's got personality, but she's also got a very stilted one. There's not much of an AI there.
Can you believe this, Commander? It's my baby. Better than new. It fits me like a glove. And leather seats.
A glove.
Military may set the hardware standard, but on a first-gen frigate, they could care less if the seats breathe. Civilian sector comfort by design.
The reproduction is not intended to be perfect, Mr. Moreau. Seamless improvements were made.
And there's the downside. I liked the Normandy when she was beautiful and quiet. Now she's got this thing I don't want to talk about. It's like ship cancer.
Ship cancer.
I don't trust them. We still need to move ahead, but it's all too convenient.
Maybe you're right. I guess it's hard to argue when they install an AI to spy on us. We're staying though, right? I mean, the seat is real leather.
Good to see you're keeping it all in perspective, Joker.
Leather?
I love Joker so much. Ooh, advanced trading. What am I? Is this like a Shepperd looking at things I can interact with situation, or is he just looking? So that's the armory. That's the lab, which is locked, and that's why I can't actually access the stuff. For example, I can talk to Edie here, which is good. It's my heavy weapons. This is all of my weapons laid out, which is nice because Jacob runs the armory.
Commander, there hasn't been time to really settle in and take stock. I want to say that working with you is a great opportunity to do something that matters. It's a privilege to serve on the Normandy, Commander.
It's a risky assignment, though.
You may change your tune if we end up like the original Normandy.
Maybe. As long as the Elusive Man walks his talk. And you do the same, I'll do my best to make sure we succeed. That's been the condition for my service so far. I have issues with certain actions Cerberus has taken in the past.
What has Cerberus done to make you nervous?
A lot. They've been called terrorists, and with good reason. Doubt you can find a more checkered past. But if the Collector threat is real, and we do something about it, Cerberus will be remembered differently. Or we'll all be tried and executed. Can't count on people thinking about it as hard as I have.
Honestly, glad to have you aboard. Nah, I appreciate your honesty.
It's good to hear a clear opinion. Sounds like we're two of a kind.
That honors me more than you, Commander. Let me know if you need anything.
I do like that he's keeping with Alliance mannerisms. However, here's the kicker. This is how I choose my loadout. Like Jacob, I don't have any other pistols or shotguns. There's the Katana, Predator. I only have the Predator and the Shuriken. However, I do have another option for the, instead of the grenade launcher. It takes down multiple enemies in a single well-placed shot. It's good against armor, shields, and barriers. Or the arc projector. It ionizes targets with a non-visible laser to ready them for a high-voltage electrical attack. As the lightning-like bolt hits its first target, a sophisticated auto-targeting system paints succeeding targets with the ionized laser, allowing the electricity to take the path of least resistance and arc between them. An entire enemy strike team can be shot to death with a few pulls of the trigger. Now, I don't know what it's effective on. It doesn't actually tell me. So I am actually going to take it, because I don't think I've ever used it. Or remember thinking it was bad, but that doesn't actually mean it is. Now, there's the briefings, comm room, which... Actually, Edie, what is this place?
What's this area of the ship?
This is the FTL communications room. In addition to interfacing with the FTL comm network, Normandy is fitted with a quantum entanglement communicator linked to the Elusive Man's office. This allows lag-free communication even when you operate off the comm grid.
That's incredibly useful.
Why aren't these used everywhere?
Each quantum pair costs nearly as much as a comm relay, and can pass only one quantum bit of data at a time. In addition to the cost and bandwidth issues, the system is strictly point-to-point. To contact 100 different worlds, we would need to manufacture and install 100 entangled pairs, one linked to each world.
Which is simply just not feasible.
I've never heard of a quantum entanglement communicator. How does it work?
Essentially, two subatomic particles are created in an entangled state. One is installed here, and the other in the Elusive Man's office. When one particle occupies a given quantum state, its entangled partner will always enter the opposite state, no matter the distance between them. If we alter the state of our particle, that alters the state of the Elusive Man's. This allows us to send data in the form of quantum bits.
That's... Okay. That's awesome.
All for now.
And that also makes sense. I mean, it makes like sci-fi sense, to be fair. But like, that actually, yeah. And I can't go to the tech lab because Morden's not here.
A scientist is required to use the technical laboratory.
Which makes a lot of sense. It does kind of confuse me. However, if I go to the elevator, you can see what I mean by it's
Commander,
different.
you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Yeah, that I actually might want to not leave it unread because of that. She does tell me when it's there. And this is what I mean. Now, if I want to go to the crew quarters, it's there. Engineering. I can go talk to the scientists there, but I don't have anyone actually in engineering. So I can now just choose from a list, and it tells me where people are. And what is where. Which is pretty huge. I'm going to go talk to Miranda. And I think that's going to be it. And then I'll end the stream there. It's about 3 hours streaming. Give it another 10, maybe even 15 minutes to find her. She's not in the medical lab. I think she's over there behind the cook. However, here's the biggest deal. Chocolates!
Commander Shepperd, I watched the Normandy crumble with you on board. It's good to see you alive.
I wish you would romance Dr. Chocolate so hard.
I'm shocked. You're serving on a Cerberus vessel now?
Surprising, even to me. Yet, here I am. The kind of trauma you endured would have changed most people. But not you, I see. Welcome back, Shepperd.
Does she need anything?
Do you have everything you need?
I believe so. This medical bay seems very much like the sick bay on the original Normandy. Only thing missing are my private reserves. I even had a bottle of Ceres Ice Brandy that I was saving for a special occasion.
I'll get you another.
I'll keep an eye out for a replacement bottle.
Oh, you needn't. It's expensive, and we have much larger concerns ahead.
I mean, that's fair, but...
Doctor, you've been with the Alliance for years. Why leave now?
After the Normandy was lost, the surviving crew was reassigned. I was stationed at the Mars Naval Medical Center, a very respectable position, but it wasn't on a starship.
Colonial military life isn't for you?
I've spent most of my life on warships, never knowing what the next mission might bring. I'm used to the hum of engines, the creaking of bulkheads, that subtle vertigo when the momentum dampeners kick in. Life planetside is just too static, too boring.
I mean, it makes total sense. The same thing with, like, sailors now, especially in the old days where there were just more sailors. You get used to spending your life on a ship, you're not going to want to come back. Like, it's just different. Same thing of, like, if you're used to living in the quiet countryside and with the loud nights, you go to a city and it's going to be a massive shock and it's not going to sound right.
You're not the Cerberus type, Doctor.
I don't work for Cerberus. I work for you. On a mission that may be crucial to the survival of the human race. I have faith that your dealings with Cerberus will be ethical. I trust you, Commander.
Oh, that's awesome.
There's a very good chance this mission will be a one-way trip. Are you prepared for that?
I've been through the reclaiming of Shanxi, the Skillian Blitz. We survived the Battle of the Citadel and the destruction of the Normandy together. I've lived a full life. No regrets. I'd like to make sure the crew gets the same opportunity.
I'll see you later, Doctor.
Commander.
That's fair, true, and I really like Jawas. That's the AI core, which I can't get to.
Access to the AI core is restricted.
Which makes sense. Yeah, I don't know why I'm capped. Like, I don't have Renegade or Paragon past the lines. Maybe it's like a level locked or something? I don't know. Noodle, stop clawing at shit.
Chef surprise again? Come on, Rupert.
I'm sorry, Princess. Filet mignon and caviar coming right up. Let me just get out my doilies.
Real nice, Mr. Gardner.
I love that guy. And these are the sleeper pods still, and this is the main
gunnery
battery.
Officer is required to access the gunnery control station.
That's where Archangel ends up going.
Commander Shepperd, the hero of the Citadel. You did humanity proud that day. As Sergeant Rupert Gardner here. How can I be of service?
You have everything you need.
I make do. But have you ever tried to prepare a decent meal with military provisions? I'm good, but I'm no miracle worker. Taking down the collectors is going to be rough business. The crew deserves a few fine meals before they throw themselves into the fire.
That makes total sense.
What do you need?
If I had some quality ingredients... Oh, shit. You've got more to worry about than grocery shopping on the Citadel. Forget I mentioned it.
Give me the list.
If I head that way, I'll keep an eye out.
Much appreciated. Most of this list is probably standard fare for those namby-pambies on the Citadel. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
Yeah.
How did you find your way into Cerberus?
Can you believe I was once a family man, working the EZO rigs along the frontier? I was happy enough, but losing everything to Batarian raiders can change your outlook. I needed to make a difference. I'm no soldier, but I've got skills, and Cerberus keeps an eye out for talent. I'll do whatever it takes to help, be that plumbing a sewer, routing an air duct, or keeping everyone's bellies full.
That makes total sense, honestly. I like that. Like that logic of everything. I'm a help, not a fighter, but no army runs on empty stomachs.
How do you feel about working for Cerberus?
Damn proud. Cerberus gets the job done. The Alliance and Council have got their heads buried so deep up their butt puckers they can't see squat. It'll take good old human ingenuity to crush these collector vermin. Only Cerberus knows that.
Bit too much of a Cerberus fanatic for me, but likable enough.
What do you do here on the Normandy?
What don't I do? Most think of me as the ship's cook, but I'm also the facilities technician and custodian. HVAC, plumbing, non-mission critical electrical, I make sure they're all clean and running.
Janitor and cook feels a bit...
So the man cleaning the toilets is also preparing the meals.
I wash my hands. Most of the time. This ain't no luxury liner. You have to pull your own weight in a Cerberus vessel. And I catch what falls through the cracks. Through the cracks.
I won't take any more of your time.
Back to work.
Maybe I just like him so much for the janitor, the whole janitor solidarity. Now this is Miranda's office. And that's the thing, she has a whole office of her own. She doesn't just set up shop somewhere.
Commander, what can I do for you?
You have a minute, Miranda?
No doubt you've got a lot of questions. Cerberus isn't as evil as most people believe. If I can help allay any of your concerns, I'd be happy to do so. So, what would you like to know?
Are you military or political? Or both?
Cerberus has several divisions. Political, military, scientific. But we're all working towards the same goal. The teams you encountered before your accident were mostly part of our military division. But not all Cerberus operations use the same protocols. We try not to get bogged down in bureaucracy or formality.
I know what we're doing here, but what's Cerberus's long-term goal?
The advancement of the human race. Nothing more, nothing less. The Solarians have the Special Tasks Group. The Asari have their legendary commandos for stealth and recon operations. Cerberus is humanity's answer to those organizations.
But those organizations are regulated by governments. Who keeps Cerberus in check?
Nobody. We're privately funded, and our backers trust the elusive man to make the right decisions.
That's
but he's
dangerous.
very clear about our goals. Protect humanity and serve its advancement.
But all you need is one man, in this case the elusive man, which I'm probably going to start calling Tim or some shit, like the elusive man. That just needed one man to get all uppity and fucky and power hungry, or just stop giving a shit, and everything goes bad.
What kind of resources does Cerberus have?
We're very well funded, though I doubt anyone other than the elusive man knows exactly how well. But our resources aren't unlimited. Reviving you and rebuilding the Normandy was a significant investment, and a significant risk. We're all hoping you can do the impossible, Shepperd. No pressure.
Tell me about yourself, Miranda.
Oh, I guess that's fair. I've spent the last 2 years learning everything there is to know about you.
Including my actual
body.
body.
You should probably know that I've had extensive genetic modification. Not my decision, but I make the most of it. It's one of the reasons the elusive man handpicked me. I'm very good at just about anything I choose to do.
You're genetically modified. Noodle!
What level of genetic modification are we talking about?
That's very thorough. Physically, I'm superior in many ways. I heal quickly, and I'll likely live half again as long as the average human.
Oh, the
My
butt shot is
bionic
just
abilities
gone.
are also very advanced. For a human. Add to that some of the best training and education money can buy, and, well, it's pretty impressive, really.
She's cocky as oh, no, so you're perfect.
Sounds like you were designed to be perfect.
Maybe, but I'm not. I'm still human, Shepperd. I make mistakes like everyone else. And when I do, the consequences are severe. Everyone expects a lot from someone with my abilities.
You certainly don't lack for confidence.
It's just a fact. My reflexes, my strength, even my looks, they're all designed to give me an edge. No point in hiding from it. It's the reason I'm trusted to oversee the most dangerous, risky, and technically demanding operations Cerberus undertakes. And it's why I was assigned to you. It's my job to make sure you succeed, Shepperd.
Yep.
Thanks for the information, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
Of course, Commander. Whatever you need.
Yeah, when she said she was perfect, the camera turns around and it highlights her ass in the original game, and I kind of miss those shots, both because, ooh, sexy women, but also just, that was very static and kind of boring. Like, it did make the camera work feel more alive. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was kind of lame.
Oh, she's a cutie. How old?
She'll be a year old next month.
Oh, you'll miss her first birthday.
Well, my family lives in New Canton.
Oh, that colony's on the edge of the frontier. Could be vulnerable to collector attack, couldn't it?
Exactly. It's most important that she have a first birthday. That's why I'm here.
I can't tell if that's supposed to be the Mass Effect drive. I'm pretty sure that's the ME drive. But it looks more like it's just Edie. Like that's Edie's like blue box, you know? Also, there's not a lot of crew quarters here. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 24? That's it? It'll stop scratching and everything. Goddamn. I think you just about to call me out for being a pervert, isn't you?
Shepperd, the men's restroom is on the port side of the ship.
The same is true no matter what gender you pick, by the way. You get called out for going in the wrong bathroom. Really though? Only two stalls? 3 non-barricaded showers? That's gross. I get it, but it's gross. You could go down to engineering because there are scientists down there. There's actually engineering people down there. Monitoring station, which I'm not gonna really bother with right now. That's cargo. Yeah, no, yeah, this is... Okay, so no, that is the drive core. Okay, so that's the crew quarters. Good to know. Hello, Edie. Goodbye, Edie.
You came all the way down here to see us?
You're speaking to our commanding officer.
I didn't hear an officer on deck. I run this ship military. Do you two think this is all a joke?
No!
Yes, sir. I mean, no, sir.
Won't happen again, sir.
At ease. Who are you?
I'm Engineer Ken Donnelly, handling the power control systems. This is Gabby.
That's Engineer Gabriella Daniels, actually. I'm responsible for the propulsion systems.
What can we do for you, Commander?
Are you set up okay down here?
We can't complain. I just wish it didn't take so long to calibrate the FBA arrays.
Kenneth, you're complaining.
That's okay.
What kind of problems are you having?
When they upgraded the Normandy design, they got a bit sloppy with the FBA couplings. I won't bore you with the tech, but there's an array of attenuators in the primary power transfer system that channels the field bleed.
Kenneth, you're boring the commander with tech. In short, if we had T6 FBA couplings installed, it'd save us a lot of maintenance time each day.
Why don't you have them? That seems like something Cerberus would definitely go for.
Why isn't something like that already installed?
It's probably just a design oversight. Efficiency isn't affected. It's a maintenance issue.
Also, the T6 model can be hard to find. Nash and Stellar Dynamics discontinued them.
We could probably find used ones in the Omega markets, but we have no time for shore leave.
I mean, if I find them.
Where did you receive your training?
Both Gabby and I started in the Alliance, serving on the SSV Perugia.
She flew in the first wave at the Battle of the Citadel. We saw Sovereign firsthand.
Why did you leave the Perugia?
After you died, that weasel Udina backslid on the Reaper Menace.
They discounted Sovereign as an isolated threat, as a single...
Which was bullshit. They said your warnings of greater danger were mistaken or delusional.
We lost respect for Alliance leadership. We need to fight the real enemy, and only Cerberus seem to be doing that.
Fair enough.
How did you wind up with Cerberus, Ken?
Once you were gone, the Alliance brass descended like vultures, tearing apart everything you'd said. I was very public with my defense for you. I didn't hold back.
That's an understatement. If Kenneth wasn't such a talented engineer, they'd have court-martialed him for insubordination.
But it got me noticed by the elusive man. He made an offer, and here I am.
What about Gabby?
So why did you join, Gabby?
Kenneth and I have been partners in crime since we graduated from Tech Academy. When he got the Cerberus offer, I insisted that it include me. He'd fall apart without me.
Thanks, Mum.
Also, I love engines, and the Normandy is state-of-the-art. When I got the opportunity to work on her, I had to jump.
How do they feel about Cerberus?
What do you think about Cerberus?
Actually, we don't know much about the organization other than the Normandy team. We know our mission and who's in charge.
We're off to kick the collectors right in their daddy bags. That's enough for me.
I love Donnelly.
Carry on.
Will do, Commander.
Like, that's one thing I just genuinely really love.
I'm amazed Shepperd came down to see us.
I told you he would.
First of all, these two talk to each other, and I love that. But it's... The crew feels more alive and more personal. There's more people to talk to. The only one you could really talk to in ME1 was Presley. Which, yeah, like, Presley had a character, he had a personality, he was actually around. But that's it. Like, yes, you had your party members, and they're still here. There is more party members now, a lot more, and more importantly, they all actually man something. But the ground crew are doing something.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the commanding officer's quarters.
It's larger than the quarters of other warships I've served on.
This is a Cerberus vessel, not an Alliance warship. Accommodations have been made for personal taste.
You can also
That
buy other
said,
models.
This space is directly under the exterior pressure hull. The fitting yard workers called it the loft.
And I can play music, baby. Be nice. Another place to customize my gear, which is nice. That is here. I can buy fish for the tank. I can also buy model ships to deck it out. That's another private terminal. And there's also a place. Oh, it's. I think that's that picture is always of your current romance, and in this case, is actually. And also an in-game way to go and look at my trophies. Pretty big. Which is actually, canonically, my Medal of Honor. That's awesome. Now, nope, no. I want the CIC. Now, I do like you can actually see where the elevator is. It is a loading screen, but it's a really cool one. The same kind of transition. Now, like I was saying before, you physically move around this. Like I can start the scanner. Here's the thing. Now the way this works, I get 10 probes.
Launching probe. In research projects, palladium is used to upgrade heavy pistols, armor, and cybernetics.
Trying to get like the peak of something. There's also like controller vibration. That should give me a good bit of iridium.
Launched. In research projects, iridium is used to upgrade heavy weapons, submachine guns, and assault rifles. Probe away. In research projects, platinum is used to upgrade sniper rifles, shotguns, and medical equipment.
Ah, that's a big iridium deposit.
Probe launched.
I like this a lot more. Like, yes, it does take more time, but it actually feels more like I'm doing it, first of all, than just pressing scan and it gives me everything.
Launching probe.
A lot more fun feedback to it all.
Launching probe.
And you can always, like, technically, I'm spending more money. Probes aren't cheap. And I could always look up a guide to find, like, the best of something. Because it doesn't give me experience, it's just resources. And I do have a capacity. And you can see I'm already almost over half capacity of palladium. Now you start with very little if you don't transfer a save. You get more resources. And like, since probes are so expensive, if there's not a whole lot of something, at this point it's kind of not worth it. That's enough of iridium. And I think there will be a bit of platinum as well. And palladium, not much, but there. Now I could fully get this thing out, but I'm not gonna, there's no point. I might use the last 2 probes just to finish it up, because I think you buy probes in like intervals of 10, which off rip I think is my capacity. Oh, that's a pretty good peak too.
Probe away.
There you go, and that's the end of it. Now I could always go over here, which this is useful for me just saying like, hey, there is it doesn't tell me that, but I can start scanning. It is moderate, which is good. I can always come there later. Also check like this one, like it's pretty useful just to scan anyway. It's like this one's rich. There's a lot of shit here. However, I don't have any of these. If I go to the fuel depot, I'm gonna buy probes. I'm gonna buy all 30 probes, and I'm also out of fuel entirely. I'm gonna go ahead and fill up on fuel, which I can showcase later, probably next stream. This is the Omega 4 relay, by the way, which is basically a mass relay, but it's red. Which, truth be told, leads me to believe that it's Reaper Tech. Reaper Tech is always like red. Gonna go ahead and probe Bindor while I'm here.
Probe away.
Like, look at how much platinum I just got from that shit.
Launching probe.
About right. If I'm not scanning, the planes will actually rotate on their own, which is super awesome to me. Keep in mind, Element 0 and Iridia, but specifically Element 0, is actually way rarer. Which makes sense. That's something that would either have been mined already, if it was in like really large quantities, and is valuable because it's rare. I'm getting low rumbles when there's something around. There you go.
Probe away.
Give me a platinum and palladium, please. And as you can see, it went from rich to good because I've mined a lot already.
Away.
Like, I'm about to max out on platinum already.
Probe launched.
But this does mean there is no Mako missions. There's the DLC with the Hammerhead, which is Mako adjacent. I missed the peak, but oh well. Like, I'm not worrying about like small ones just because I already have a lot of resources, and there is no Element 0 on this planet. Oh, oh, oh. This is gonna go from good to poor. I can already feel it in my bones. No. Aha! That's why. This is definitely gonna cap me at platinum. Oh, it's not. Oh, duh, I forgot moderate was literally in between. This is a very platinum-rich planet. This is now gonna put me at the cap, isn't it? Is there not an actual number cap? And now, see, this is depleted. There is technically stuff here, but not much. It was mostly platinum. I don't know why the probes are grayed out, because I obviously can't buy them. Isn't there another planet that I didn't get? Oh no, there's 3 planets there. I didn't actually get Himorkan. I'll check for some big stuff. It's got moderate. Mostly checking for iridium. And oh. That's about max iridium there.
Probe.
There seems to not be an actual cap as much as it's just once you get to a certain extent it visually hits a high, which is fine by me.
Launching probe.
I'm also getting some iridium from that, it's pretty good. Now, as you can tell, something I actually really like most of the time, you're not going to find only platinum, you're also going to find some palladium, iridium. Not much, but typically if you find one group, you'll find the other. There you go.
Probe launched.
I'm gonna finish off this probe and then I'm gonna hop off, so feel free to leave if you'd like. Oh, that's a lot of iridium right there.
Probe away.
Which is good. Now, EDI explained what each resource is good for mostly. And that is useful to determine. But my thing is just go for it all. Like, especially since apparently there just isn't a cap like I thought there was. Or if it is, it's way higher than I thought it was.
Probe launched.
Just poor. I'm almost done probing this planet anyway, truthfully.
Launching probe.
Getting pretty good on palladium. Especially when you consider the starting with 1,000, not 1,000, starting with 10,000 of everything. Like I'm kind of sorted for most stuff already. Like I'm not gonna have to scan for a bit. And on this note, I'm going to enter orbit and then exit the galaxy map, which auto-saves, and we're going to manually save anyway, and I will call it here. Alrighty then, that was 3 hours of gameplay, and a lot of it was spent just kind of doing random stuff. However, on this note, it is time for a very, very awkward dismount. Goodbye.